Okay, we are live. Today I got two wonderful guests. We got Becca in the house and Lisa. How you guys doing today? How you ladies doing?
Doing all right. Happy Halloween.
I
Happy
was doing
Halloween.
great. Yeah,
Oh,
happy Halloween.
I don't celebrate Halloween, but I will still say happy Halloween to you guys.
Thank you. I should have put on a costume to come on today.
That would have been
Would
we
have
should
been fun. Yeah.
for that purpose alone I would have been down for it. Honestly. I would have orchestrated.
Well, I may or may not be going as Mr. Marshall Mathers this year, but our
Oh,
local.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great.
wait,
Just the white
wait.
t-shirt and everything.
I was
Yeah,
just about to
actually,
say, what's the fit? Which one? Because he's got many looks.
I
Yeah.
kind of combine a few. I've got like the early 2000s white T-shirt, gray jacket, baggy jeans. The easiest one that I could grab some of my husband's clothes too.
Uh-huh.
So
Absolutely, absolutely.
our local trick or treat got pushed till tomorrow, so the kids will get to see it tomorrow when they come get candy.
Oh, cool. That's so cool. What a good idea. I love that.
Hey, I'm not mad at that costume. You know,
I'm having fun. I've wanted to do it
because
since like 2012, and I keep pushing it off. And then health crap. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it this year. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at
Yeah.
you. I'm not. I'm.
Nice.
I'm not mad at you.
Love it.
I'm just stacking up stuff right now. I got.
Uh,
I
you
got a
can't see
bunch
up on the
of
wall, but
Ren
there we go.
gadgets. Hey.
Nice.
He's a little off
Oh.
camera.
Oh. Okay. You know what? Now I feel like I'm in a safe place.
Of course.
What up, chat? How you guys doing today? Jolene in the chat. Ron Raspberry, how
Oh,
you doing,
Jolene's
brother?
there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
True sauce.
Yeah.
Now let me go to let me just go to the link real quick.
Oh, thanks, Ron. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, he's saying we'll all stand up. Yeah, I just saw that. That's great. It is just such a good costume idea because it's so simple, but it's so recognizable.
Yeah, that was kind of my goal.
Yeah. And how you been doing, Becca?
You know, it's as with everything with all this stuff, up and down, but been a better week this week than last week, so I'll take it.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Well, what does that mean though? Because maybe I'm out of the loop.
Oh
Oh
no,
yeah,
just
maybe Becca, you can explain a bit what you do on your
If
channel and who you are.
yeah, if you don't mind. I mean,
oh
if
yeah.
you
Oh
if it's
no, I
personal,
don't mind.
yeah,
No,
okay.
no. I if it were too personal for me to share, I wouldn't have my channel because I cannot keep my mouth shut when I'm talking about stuff. And
I love it.
I slip real hard in that Kentucky accent when I get emotional. If you can't hear it,
I hear it already. I hear it already.
no. But I
Real
got
hard in
my
that Kentucky.
oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, it'll come out when I'm getting emotional.
Okay.
No, but I got my repping my Lyme disease, well, friends themed Lyme shirt, the one where we find a cure. This was actually done. Cool, kind of cool that we're doing this for Global Lyme Alliance because my friend who kind of helped organize the New York Fashion Week show that Rin walked in is the one who designed these
Oh
shirts
yeah.
like a decade ago.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's
Oh
where I got this shirt
cool.
from her. So I thought on brand I would wear it for this today because Lyme is one
Nice.
of the many health conditions that I share with Rin and millions of others across the globe. And gosh, I don't know, I'm 30, almost 37. November's my birthday.
I'm right behind you.
Been, oh, there you go, man. Been dealing with this crap for, gosh,
How
I guess
long now?
about 12, 13 years. I've been stuck at home,
12,
unable to do much. So,
12, 13.
um,
So
and then we,
it keeps you home. It keeps you.
it
Does it keep
does,
you in
yeah.
bed or does it keep you
Well,
home?
okay, so what the we now know that before I was diagnosed, I went 20 years undiagnosed before we realized that Lyme and Congress was
Mm.
part of this, and then other things have kind of come to light in the past 12 or so years. But for a solid 6 or 7 years, I don't know, you've probably heard Ren talk about how there was a time where he was like spending 23 hours a day in bed. That
Yeah.
was me for 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Not able to even like walk across the hall to the bathroom. I would either have to crawl if my husband, who's a school teacher, wasn't home, or he would have to carry me across the hall to go to the
Oh
bathroom and back
my.
to the bed and stuff. So if we're asking how things are going now compared to 5 years ago, a heck of a lot better because I wouldn't be able to sit up and
Mm.
talk with you.
Wow.
Um, but it's it's just a constant battle of balancing health stuff and then a bunch of mental health stuff on top of it. So
Can I
I'm just
can I
grateful to be here.
can I ask you something? Can I ask you
Yeah,
for a favor actually?
yeah, for sure.
Um because I really love the way you're actually describe. I know you didn't get into too much detail, but I
No.
I can tell that you're it's kind of you actually remind me of Ren now, honestly, because I'm doing the chapters right now, and
Yeah.
the way Ren describes what he's going through the process. We're at chapter 5 right now, and the fact that he's able to describe it in detail, right? At the same time, he's struggling to describe it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because this is a different time, and the fact that he has to relive these things to tell the story, because he knows how much of an impact he's going to leave if he does tell the story. He has to
Oh
tell the
yeah.
story. But it's like, man, he's powering through for all the renegades out there. I would say more specifically the renegades who are suffering just like you are, because it is suffering. You know what I'm saying? We can't brush over it like it's just a thing people go through when they're sick. No, this is more, and this is more than sickness. It's I call it, not that I call it, not that I have a right to call it anything, but I see it as really truly suffering, you know. And
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of strength in it when somebody comes up here and starts to talk about it, because outside of feeling good for the day, like maybe you're having a good day, you're having a powwow, you're able to go out, maybe you have one of those days. Talking about it is a whole nother thing that can mentally, you know,
Oh, yeah.
stress you out too. It can bring you low. It can really mess with your, you know, your mental state. So
For
he
sure.
does. He has to do it all the time. He has to write about it in his music. So the reason why I say you remind me of Ren when you talked about it, because yeah, it reminded me of the chapters when you were just
Yeah.
now when you were talking. And so what I do on Sundays, right? I'm not even sure if I started this by the last time I spoke to Lisa when we were going live together, but I do a thing called Faces to Names on Sundays. And basically what it means is, like, you know, everybody in the community pretty much gets to know each other, and we know each other by the names in the chat, right? Oh, there goes Ron
Oh, yeah.
Raspberry. We know, oh, there goes Jolene WVK. You know what I'm saying? We know each other
Oh,
by
yeah.
the name. So what happens on Sunday is we put a face to the name. What we're doing right now, I bring people up and we get to just talk about our story. We get to share.
Right.
I'm saying it because last Sunday I had 2 people up there who were suffering with Lyme disease, and it was a very emotional live, right? We were all crying, but it's like it's healthy tears, you know, because
Yeah.
it's I think it's somewhat comforting. I would hope it's
Oh, yeah.
comforting for you guys. I would hope so. I don't know, but
Yeah, that's actually like I get a lot more. I tend to dive into a lot of. Autism is a big thing for me, and I have my whole life was not diagnosed until a few years ago, but my whole life was told to tone down the detail. And when I found the renegade community and I started posting the reactions, the comments overwhelmingly are like,
I know
"Thank you for
that felt
sharing your story.
amazing.
Thank you for the detail. Thank you for this." They appreciate these things, and I'm like, I've always been told to keep quiet, and also it's kind of given me, like you said, it there's a greater purpose when I'm maybe putting myself through some more, reliving some of the pain, or even like showing up on a hard day. When I see comments come in and say, "Thank you for doing this. Nobody else is sharing this. Nobody else gets this. I understand what you're saying. You just put words," like that is like the best thing in the world to me.
Oh, there's
So, yeah.
there's actual, and this is what Eminem actually he talked about his mother's drug habit, whatever, and how he was being drugged, that she was drugged. Like, she didn't not that she wasn't at fault, because she was, obviously, because she's an adult and she's doing harm, but she was also not diagnosed in time with her disease that she had, right? So, but the crazy thing is that he used to talk about it's in this book. This is it's called The Way I Am, right? It's a really good book. It's a really good book. But he talked about, I don't know if it's in this book, but he spoke about this when he spoke about the book, when he was like promoting it and stuff. He spoke about how even though he was like all fuzzy some days because it was drugs in his steak or whatever, and whether his mom was fuzzy, whatever, and all that, he still found liberation in the suffering. Specifically those words, liberation and suffering. And you kind of just described that a little bit. And I want you guys to know, though. Oh, my favor was if you can come on Sundays with us and maybe speak about these kind of things, because there's others like you. We had 3 of them on the chat. You brought up autism. We had my girl Ariel Estrada, who I just met. She just became a part of the community. She pulled up on the Faces to Names live last Sunday, and her son has autism, and she has Lyme, and her husband. She talks about all the grace that she has to give her husband for everything he has to put up with. And I don't want to say I don't want to say put up with, but it is something. There has to be sympathy for him too. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of weight on him. The reason I'm saying this is because people like myself, you know what I'm saying, who don't have a direct, suffering in this, right? I don't know what it's like at all. you guys allow us to, when you guys pull up strong and you guys tell your story and you cry, whatever, and everybody gets involved and everybody's freaking crying, right? When we do all that together in unison, what it does for people like me who are not dealing with that, it allows us to appreciate the things that we wimp about all the time. We whine about silly things, and it's like you get people on. And honestly, I love speaking to you guys because it keeps me humble. And I hate to say that because it's almost like I'm using you as a source, but the truth is, yes, I am using you. I'm using Ren, and we got to use each other, and that's the whole point of us coming together and using each other, and we're helping each other. We're doing something for each other.
Exactly.
Anyways,
Well, it's also because
that's all I just wanted to say. But go ahead, Lisa.
Thank you. It's also because I think there's so much power in vulnerability. And it's just that this is what we see, why we love these artists so much. It can be singers or actors or people who are being especially vulnerable. It just shows how powerful the message can be and how much power it actually gives you. Because usually when you're on a bad day, you don't want to show yourself to anyone.
No.
You don't want to be talking to anyone. Like if you're having a bad day, either mentally, physically, whatever, if you're ill or not ill, but we all go through stuff. And on those days, we just want to, recoil into a ball and not talk to anyone and not show our faces because we feel like we're not at our best. But if we do that, then it just opens up a whole new avenue for people to be able to express themselves, actually, and be able to get other people out of their shell. And maybe they don't have anyone to talk to, and to talk about specific things that are so difficult to talk about, and sometimes even difficult to acknowledge yourself. And so to see someone else be in this situation, be open enough to show themselves on camera like you do, Becca, or to talk about it in a song like Ren does, or even with M, to see how he just opens up about certain parts of his life that were so difficult, just allows people to connect. And that's just the most important thing. And that's why we also do what we do at the Wave of Change, is to bring all people together and to have people help each other, whatever the circumstances are. And whatever, the life paths of each one of us are, because I think all three of us on camera right now are three very different people. Right. We live very different lives. We live in different parts of the world, but we're still here together for the same cause. And so I think that, it's really powerful to be able to talk about difficult subjects, because it does bring people together. And I think what you do, Becca, is so important for this community, and even for the wider community of people who are suffering from any type of illness or chronic illness, because I suppose that you do have people in your community that maybe don't always have Lyme disease, but really are interested in what you're giving them and what you're explaining about it. And I think that's awareness is another very, very important part of this.
Oh yeah, and I'm a huge fan of the Wave of Change for all the reasons that you just listed for why we do it. But that's a lot of the YouTube wisdom out there is like, make your intros to your videos short so people don't turn off. And I'm like, no, what I say at the beginning of every video is,
what is it?
I'm here. Actually, of course, now I say it all the time, and now I'm blanking on it. Like, just start with the typical back. Hey, I'm Becca. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new, whatever. Then I say, on this channel, I'm reacting my way through eating disorder recovery alongside complex chronic illness. And the intention is to help one or more people on the other side of the screen feel either less alone, feel more understood, or to give you something to learn or to laugh about. And if that's something I can do, that's mission accomplished as far as that. That's like the best gift to me.
Yeah.
So some version of that.
Exactly. Yeah, I think all three of us are doing a different version of the same thing somehow.
Right.
Because I think we all, each in our own ways, are trying to bring people together and to share something together, because what we want to share are our, each of our values and our, world vision, but then also just the core of being humans and going through this
The
human
pain, the
experience together.
emotions. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so I think we all three of us are doing kind of, have the same intention and do it in a different way.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think we are doing the same thing. And if we're not doing the same thing, I think we're doing a similar thing with the same. I won't say the same kind of passion, because I'm sure Becca has. She has a different motive than me and Lisa want to help. Becca wants to, like, how you gotta say, lift. Like, I want to lift people up too, but
Mm,
there's only certain people can actually lift you up in a sense where they trust you. Like, people will trust Becca to lift her up because she's been there, and if she's getting up, they were
mm.
like, "Oh, I can do it." But if I get up, it doesn't really prove that. You know what I'm saying? I can be there to assist, but it's not the same. So I think it's very important
Yeah,
for people like
but
you to be.
Manny, you've been through different things.
Yeah,
I think we've all been through um specific difficulties in our
yeah.
lives, and
No, that's true.
and
That's true.
you can lift people up in other ways.
Right,
I
right.
think we're all able to lift other people up, and other people are all able to lift us up,
Yeah,
because
that.
if we share experiences, then we can all learn from each other.
Yeah.
And so whatever our life experience is, I think we can all lift each other up.
Yeah, and that's
I.
one of the things, man. And when you were saying, like,
Mhm.
sometimes when you're talking with people, especially on like the things you do on Sunday, you said something about how it keeps you like humble or whatever, because you
Yeah.
think about. I think you used maybe the phrase complaining about silly stuff, and
Yeah.
I so badly wanted to jump in, and I'm like, if it's real to you, if it's something that's real to you and it's causing you pain or suffering, that's not silly. It might not be the same thing, but I'm really passionate about not getting into like comparative suffering. I'm not saying you were doing that,
No,
but
no,
like
no.
a
I
lot of
understand.
people, like my husband, I've had a headache every day since January 20th of 2013. We're working on 4,700 plus days right now. There's never been a full day where my headache has been gone. And the Lyme headache specifically, the way I describe it, and several other Lyme patients independently of each other, we've kind of connected over this. We're like, oh, nobody else has said it this way. It feels like my brain is trying to break out of my skull. There is pressure all the time. My brain is just trying to like explode, which is why this is a cold pack that I wear literally 24/7. Keep them. I have like 12 of them in my freezer just to switch on now.
Wow.
But like my husband, if he gets a headache or a migraine or whatever, he'll come home and he'll be like, oh man, my head just hurts. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm like, no, seriously, because he's apologizing because he doesn't feel like he has a right to complain about his headache. And my immediate response is, I'm the one person that you can say that to, because I know how much it sucks to have a headache or a
Yeah.
migraine or whatever. So
Yeah.
I
yeah.
definitely relate. I definitely relate to him though. Like, when my wife was going
Yeah.
through postpartum after she gave birth and stuff like that, I felt like I had no right. I was like walking on eggshells,
Yeah.
and she's not even the type of person to, like,
Yeah.
make me feel a type of way about it. But it was just the thing is, it's good that your husband does that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's him showing his heart. That's all. It's him
Oh,
showing
yeah.
his heart. And what I find more, I'm gonna say this one thing, and I want Lisa to kind of take over and just let us know why we're here today, right? But what I want to say is,
Thank you, by the way.
what I want to say is just that I find it very fascinating that individuals like yourself, right? And I know we all go through our own struggles and stuff. I have a skin disease that sucks, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't bring me pain every day. But it brings me, it's frustrating. We could talk about that a little later. But what I would say is that you guys, hate to put you in a box, right? But I'm talking about individual. Like, I'm doing it right now. You see, I'm your husband.
You're all
So,
good.
so I find it
I'm gonna have to tell
fascinating.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I find it fascinating that you guys are also the most compassionate people. Like, you're like, see, you checked your husband real quick to let him know, like, it's okay, right? It's like
Mm.
you still have room for compassion. And you know what's the answer to that? The answer is exactly what you said. It's because I know the pain. I don't want anybody else to feel it. So I feel compassion when someone is. So it's like, I think that's amazing, because that's what I was experiencing last Sunday. I so wish you was there last Sunday, just, because we had we had a lady named Catherine on there, and
Mhm.
she struggles, and she's talked about misdiagnosis. She's also spoke about just scoliosis, all the different things that
Yeah.
relate to the Lyme, and
Mhm.
how easily you can get
Oh
misdiagnosed,
yeah.
right? And it's just like the autism, everything mixed together. It's just like, and for somehow she came on there and she was so positive, but she said we had a live one day and we were going nuts, we were having fun or whatever, and she said that live, she was having a rough day that day before that
Yeah.
live. And we were just acting a fool. I was just being a fool. I wasn't doing that, right? I was just having fun.
Mm.
But it lifted her up and she was happy because she was in the
Mhm.
chat and she was it. And I just like, man, if I can go live every night, I would. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously.
Right.
Like,
Yo, yeah.
and it's just like, because every night that I don't go live, I think about Catherine or people like Catherine. And it's just like, what am I doing? I'm not even doing anything. I'm trying to just laying around. But you know what? I have to rest some days. I have to lay around. And I got to chill with my daughter and I got to hang out. You know what I'm saying? I got to do things. But it does, I wanna help. You know what I mean? And the only reason we didn't go live earlier is because I have a really big follower, right? I'm all about donating. I love donating directly. That's like my favorite thing, if I'm being honest, right? The only reason I'm doing this way is because I know Lisa, you know, and I trust Lisa and I love Lisa. You right? But outside of this, I don't really
Thank
do
you.
like donations like this because I don't know where it's going, right? But
Right.
so I do a lot of direct donating on my channel, right? So last week we had a big follower. Let me tell you how big she is. She is the earliest Patreon member that I've had. So it's a year and a half now. She's been with me, right? And she's one of the first 40 YouTube subscribers.
Whoa.
She's like, yeah. So she's been with us for a long time. Her name is Gina. I don't think she's in the chat right now, but her name is Gina. And just a few weeks ago, she went through a financial struggle with her family, and the chat raised almost $1,000 for her and helped her out. I'm sure she got it was amazing, right? But unfortunately, a few days ago or earlier this week, her husband passed away.
Oh no.
So that she's going through a whole nother wave, right? And luckily, again, we were raising money for the funeral and stuff. She's got a lot. People came through, family came through because they're like I'm pretty sure they're like almost at $8,000 right now. Like people came through and supported, right? And it's like, dang, we did all that, you know what I'm saying? We were like rallying and it was awesome. People came through, people were donating, $100, $200. People were just going nuts for her, right? Because they know her. They know how active she is. They know who she is. They know what she means to me. They know that she's literally my earliest subscriber, right? And out of those 40, she's the only one who's still here that I know of, that I see in the chat. And you know what I'm saying? So it was unfortunate, right? And the fact that what's fascinating? Like I was just describing about you, she's still in the chats every day. She came to the chat the very next day that her husband passed away. She reached out to me the day her husband passed away, pleading for just love. She just wanted love, support, right? And I went live the next day. I had no plans to go live, but I went live the next day. And I went live every day after that because I knew there was a place that she could be. And she's been in the chats every day. Like I don't know how she has the strength to do it. And she tells me she doesn't have the strength to do it, but she still comes. She still comes. And I
think that speaks to the power of the community that you've built and the spirit
Yeah,
that is very
exactly.
that you foster. Like honestly. That's
of course. Yeah, sure. I think there's something someone told me, I don't remember who it was, when I was about to have my second child. Because I was a very young mother. I had my daughter when I was 20. And so I then had 4 years later, I had my son. And hi, Tone Deaf.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, brother?
Hey.
Can y'all hear me well? I don't got my headphones right now.
You sound perfecto. You sound perfecto. Lisa was just taking us. She's doing story time right now with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, so I was about to give birth to my son, so it was I think like 3 months out. And I was chatting with a friend who already had a few kids, and I said, how do you do this? Because I love my daughter so much. I have this feeling that I'm giving her everything. I'm giving her every inch of love that I have is going to my daughter. And now I'm having another child. Like, how do you multiply love? And she said, you don't multiply love.
What do you do?
Because you don't multiply. It's because you were talking about the heart before. And you said, how does it come that you're going through so much suffering and you still have that place in your heart for your husband? And you still have that space? It's because you cannot multiply love, but you can make the place grow. And so the more I think the more kids you have, the more your heart
Yeah.
grows and the more space you have for love. And it's the same with the pain and suffering. The more you go through pain and suffering, the more your empathy grows towards other people who are suffering. And so I think that is why when you meet people that have been through a ton of hardships or a lot of suffering like Becca, that people don't understand how they still have empathy for or time, for the people to like for you, Becca, to think about your husband in that moment you talked about with the headache. It's because you grow the more pain you experience, the more empathy you have, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it's the same with love. I think you don't multiply it, you just grow from it.
But you know what? The credit is about, just to piggyback what she said, because the credit is actually about when you're operating in good faith. That's how that's possible. So not just anybody, because some people grow cold and some people grow apart and some people need space and some people don't really know how to even operate in pain. And they go to the extreme, and what could happen when you go that far. So I think the strength is in operating in good faith, which I think that's what exudes that type of energy. Like for her to automatically check her husband. No, I'm the one you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? For that to be her first instinct. You know what I'm saying? Not herself, because her first instinct could have been self. Yeah, like don't be complaining. You're making me feel bad for complaining. Because some people do respond that way. Some people do, like, you got a lot of nerve complaining, knowing what I'm going through. And you know what's weird? They have a right to do it, but just because you have a right to do it doesn't mean you're operating in good faith. Doesn't mean it's kind. Doesn't mean it's empathy. Doesn't mean it's compassion. It could be right and still be very cruel. You know what I mean? So having a right to do something, yes, maybe by law you did the right thing, but by just human act, you did the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So it's I just salute people who are able to do that immediately. I don't know if I'm one of those people, but
I will say I don't want to paint myself as a saint. I've definitely had my moments where I've not been quite as immediate with my compassion. And I've had that inner monologue of, oh my gosh, would this person, not necessarily my husband, but just like people who say things like, oh my gosh, they don't have any freaking clue. But at this point, I think my default more often than not, almost all the time, is to go to that route of like, okay, listen, I know what it's like to not be given compassion or to be disregarded or to be downplayed. And I don't want anybody else to feel like that.
Disregarding is the word that comes to mind when I think of Lyme disease. Disregarded. It's because you're disregarded by family members, you're disregarded by friends, you're disregarded, and more important, you're disregarded by the doctor, right? So then and that all that this, you end up being misdiagnosed. Somebody like Ren or somebody like you who just wasn't diagnosed in time. You know what I mean? And
Well, I did have. We can if I would love to come on a Sunday thing. We can go into more detail. I don't want to go into like there's a heck of a lot more, as I'm sure you've learned with that. But there were several misdiagnoses for me too, and then the medications for those diagnoses completely took my immune system down to where the Lyme totally took over at one point, and then left me in that bedridden state.
Oh wow! Okay. So I do need you there on Sundays. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Tone Deaf, you want to say hi real quick because Lisa's about to take over in a second.
I just want to say what's up to everybody. I know it's been a while. I know I've been kind of out. I wouldn't even say in and out, but I've been out. Obviously, if you don't meet Becca, I think this is the first time we've actually got to chat. But honestly, just retiring, coming back to the States, seeing the chaos that is going on.
Yes, sir.
It's just a whirlwind. So just reintegrating, just looking at communities, volunteering in the community, as well as trying to help other people catch up with family. It was just time to take a pause. So I'm glad to be back. I've moved. I'm ready to get back in front of the camera. Definitely owe you a interview. We definitely need to catch up.
I'm not applying no pressure. What I do know about you, if I know anything, is you're a young wise man, and I know people who are wise I trust with their decisions, even if it's against my wishes. Because what I need is for you to hurry up and get on this show. But what you need to do is hurry up and take care of you, and I gotta hurry up and respect that, and I do every time. Don't even think twice about it. But yeah.
I think that's the crazy thing, because July 31st, got back home. I'm feeling good. I've been helping the community, tore my Achilles. So I'm still, hobbling around here, but certain things don't stop you in life. And this is why I definitely want to just say I'm humbled to be on the same stage with Becca because there's plenty of decisions that I could have made. There's plenty of decisions that, and thoughts that I could have had. But knowing like, hey, when you see other people going through things and then you just take that time and say, I'm not defeated. It's a setback. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, I've had my oldest in Pennsylvania most recently. I went to my homecoming. I mentored kids while I was at my old school. I'll tell more of that story because I was in a boarding school, but just being back and kind of taking a breather for a second. It's
Yeah.
different. It's different, especially
Yeah.
coming from overseas. I mean, it is. The U.S. is something else right now.
We gotta remember that we're just experiencing a worldly experience, but we're spirits indeed. You know what I'm saying? We're spirits indeed, and this stuff is temporary anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what your beliefs are, this is temporary, and there's a spirit that lives amongst us. There's a moral law that we live by. There's an automatic compassion, like someone like Becca automatically responds with compassion. That is not vessel. That is not flesh. The flesh wants evil. The flesh wants everything that it's against us. The flesh wants us to be sick. The flesh is full of wicked things, right? And we battle it every day. But at the end of the day, there's a good spirit within us that's keeping us sound. Like Brother Tone Deaf is talking right now. He's a sound voice. So when he talks, it's kind of like don't interrupt him. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're me. I have an interrupted problem. So you gotta let me slide. I'm dyslexic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me slide. But Lisa, thank you for
Yes.
reaching out to me recently and for making this happen. The reason of the delay is what I mentioned earlier. I spent a week just trying to like raise money and for other situations and not to put this on the back burner, of course not, right? I love getting together and doing stuff like this, and if it's not anything, I love getting together for this situation. Just for us to come together and talk about it. I don't like.
Oh yeah,
Of course,
sure.
the goal is to raise money, right? Because we're trying to
Yes.
make change, right? But the ultimate goal, I think, even above that, is to impact someone in this chat right now, or even if it's one person, like Becca said, how she starts her videos. Even if it's one person, we're here. We're here to comfort torturing souls, like because sometimes we feel torn, like we feel torn apart. You know what I mean? I've had bad nights where I just feel like I feel helpless tonight. Like I can't even get myself
Mm-hmm.
together. Like this is insane. I gotta go upstairs. I got a daughter up there. I got a wife who needs comforting. Like, what am I doing down here? I'm like, but when I'm struggling, whether it's financial struggles or whatever the case may be, nobody can kick me harder than I can kick me. But the good thing about it, knowing that, is the power is within myself. So no one could ever kick you harder than you can kick you, right? And no one could ever lift you as quick as you can lift yourself. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. But Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
because I like to talk. Go ahead. And I might
Right.
cut you off, but I'll try not to.
Do you? Do you though?
do you, boo boo?
This is so many. So yeah, we're together. I asked you to do this because we are currently on the very last day of our fundraising campaign for with the Wave of Change for the Global Lyme Alliance. And we've been doing this. This is the second time this year. So the first time around was March. Just for those who would have no idea who we are and what we do, we started this. So Jolene and Jolene, who's in the chat, by the way, hi Jolene.
Hey, Jolene.
We started this in last February. So we decided we were Oh, is Tone Deaf gone?
He might have lost service or something.
Oh, we lost him.
I'll bring him back. No worries. If he pops back up, I'll see him.
And so we started this, in February, because the idea was I made a video in January because I watched all of these Ren videos and I was like, this guy is going through all of this crap. He's been going through this for years and years. He's talking about it all the time. And we were at, I think, something like probably 2 million people, 2 million, followers and subscribers on YouTube. And I was like, if each one of these people gave just $1, we would have $2 million like straight away. just to donate to research and to do something about this. And this can be applied to anything. I mean, it can be Lyme disease or anything else. And just $1 per person. I mean, that would be
Absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely.
And so I was having this thought, and I made this video about it. And Jolene, she saw the video. She contacted me, and hi,
I do.
yay!
Hi, Jolene.
I love Jolene so much.
Lisa, I'm just bringing them in.
Hi,
You talk, I'm
everybody.
just bringing them in.
Do please do. I'm so happy to have everyone here. And yeah, Jolene, I was
Thank you to
just
everybody who came
talking.
today. Appreciate that. Really
Yeah,
appreciate you guys coming.
I was just talking about our very humble beginnings and how we got together. And so yeah, we had she hit me up. She sent me an email. She was like, I saw your video. We have to do something about this. What are we doing? I was like, okay, so it's not just talk. Like, people are expecting me, because I said something, people are expecting me to do something about it.
Pull up.
Pull up. Okay, I was just like in kind of in philosophy about it, just everybody, let's, think about this. And then Jolene was like, no, we have to do something now.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was like, okay, Jolene, let's roll. Let's do this. And so we thought, like, Ren's birthday's coming up. Let's do a fundraiser for medical research. And so we did that in March, because Ren's birthday is on the 29th. And so from the 17th to the end of the month, we had the first fundraiser, and we raised 12,000 euros, which is about $14,000, which was amazing.
Wow. Wait,
and we absolutely.
Was that the number last time? It was
$14,000 was the last number, yeah. And so we just couldn't believe it, but it was really because we had all of the reactors, come in and do stuff with us. It was you, Manny, right. Tone Deaf was there, Becca was there, a lot of people were there, Uncle Ray and Vain on Fury, who did the song for Ren, and we had a ton of really great people jump in and help us with this, and that's also why we got to that result. And it was, mind-blowing for Jolene and I. I remember we were on the phone on Ren's birthday, because we didn't even expect anything, really. We didn't expect to get to 2,000. So when on Ren's birthday,
29th, right? Or the 30th?
Yeah, on the 29th, we were like close to 12,000, and we were like, wouldn't this be crazy if on his birthday we get to 12,000? And then that happened, and we were just on the phone. We called each other. We were like, what the F, how did this happen? This is incredible.
I remember you kept raising the goal. Like, you kept having to raise, here's our goal. We met our goal. Here's our new goal. Oh, we met that goal. Here's our new goal.
Yes.
We couldn't believe it. And it was also, we just couldn't believe it. But then it was like, really, that's how it goes, really, with fundraisers, because I've done this before, like in real life. And so it's really, the more people participate, the more people want to participate. It's really a snowball effect situation.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what happened in March. And the more people started posting about it, the more reactors wanted to be involved. And so it all, got into this nice, huge snowball. And we were absolutely thrilled. And it was great. But then I think I'm not so mistaken to say the world was a little bit a different place last March. And a lot has happened since last March. March. And Jolene and I have a lot of stats regarding, what we've been doing. We've analyzed everything. We have a ton of stats. And what we saw is that our main donor pool comes from the US. And so we have, last time we had like over 70% of our donors were US based, which was quite crazy. But this also means that we are actually quite dependent on what is going on in your country in regards to having a fundraiser work or work less. And that's what we've been experiencing this time.
Right.
This time around, we had this perfect timing, exactly like on point with the shutdown. So we absolutely obviously didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I'm a victim of it. I'm a victim of
well,
it.
yeah, I'm so sorry for you, Manny,
Yeah,
by the way. It must
I
be so
heard. I'm
hard.
sorry, Manny.
Too
Yeah.
too much with no pay. Too much.
Yeah, I
It's
really,
really
we're
tough.
really, really sorry. We've been talking with Jolene a lot about you and your experience, and we feel, very desperate about what you are all going through. But then people like Manny who are really dependent on this.
Oh yeah.
But then, so
As I'm
in,
sure
in
many
September,
members of the community as well.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, yeah. And so Jolene and I in September were super giddy because, no one had any idea this was going to happen. And then, or at least not right now. And so yeah, then we started October 1st, and then all of this kind of went into play. And what we've been seeing is that our like, we absolutely didn't raise the money that we expected.
Mhm.
We raised more than what we thought maybe a week ago. So it did still continue. We still have, little drops of donations coming in, which we are super grateful for, because we
Yes.
do know that people have, fewer possibilities right now and are quite tight. And so we're super grateful to see, if anyone donates even $1 is
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful and is
Yeah.
super generous. But it's been very different because we raised the bar from last time. So if you go
Yeah.
on the link, I suppose, Manny, you have the link pinned in the chat or something.
Yeah, the link is pinned in
Or
the chat. So
yeah.
you'll find, yeah, the link
So
is pinned in the chat. So you guys could, let me make sure it's pinned in it should be. Yeah, it's pinned in the chat. Yeah, so the link is pinned in
so
the chat.
yeah, thank you so much. So if you go and check out the link, you can see our goal was 15,000, because it was quite an easy goal to set, going from 14,000 from last time. We were
Right.
like, okay, just raise a little bit, and we'll have all these beautiful people come back and do stuff. And then we kind of we realized that we were in a
Also
very different
because this time we
situation.
had a longer run time.
Also, yeah, we thought this should be okay because last time it was 20 days, I think, in total we did the 14,000.
Right.
And then day after day after day, we, as, the Europeans here,
Yeah.
we were like, something's happening there. Things are not going the way we
Something.
thought. And and it was quite a learning curve for us to also have those conversations with the people that were maybe participating a lot in March and couldn't this time because of multiple reasons.
But you
And
know
it was
what?
kind of,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I want to give you grace a little bit on what you're saying, because yes, that everything what you're saying is true, but because I'm feeling it in my spirit right now as you're talking, and I can't really avoid it. So yeah, this is the part where I interrupt you. Sorry, Lisa. Love you.
go
But
on.
it's gonna be really short
You do
interruption.
you do that all the time. I'm so used to it with you, Manny. Anyway, I don't care. I'm just gonna drink my wine while you speak, right?
I got you, Lisa.
Come on.
No, this
You
this is
cheers.
this is why she always comes back. She loves talking to me. But
Oh God.
so what happened is I feel like the reactor community. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm taking accountability as one of those reactors, right? Who took part in it last year. Um, I feel like we dropped the ball because we had um things going on. I'm sure everybody has something going on, right? But we forget. We forget because we feel so small in our own world of reactors. Because a lot of us don't, me, Tone Deaf, we don't got a lot of subs like a lot of the big wigs do. So sometimes we underestimate what our impact could be when it comes to partaking and things like this.
Mm.
So we think because we got a lot going on, we're busy. That's number one, right? Life's happening. My boy
Of
Tori's
course.
Achilles, whatever's happening, right? Things are happening. I had a government shutdown, so I'm under a lot of the rest. Like I'm under stress, you know what I'm saying, if I'm being
Of
honest, right?
course. Yeah.
But I'm still
Of
showing up
course.
live, and I'm going live more often than other times because now I have to actually raise money for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Of
And
course.
but it has to stay pure. It has to. I don't want people to feel the shift. I feel the shift, but I don't want my community to feel the shift, because then it becomes a money grab almost, right? So what happens is we underestimate our impact, right? We don't realize that one person can come here and bless the wave of change. And
Mm.
all we have to do is go live with, right now we got 20 people in the chat, but if there was 5 people in the chat, somebody, one of those 5 could have blessed the chat, and we didn't step up and take on, Lisa's invite. So I feel like on behalf of all reactors, we dropped the ball this time around. You know what I'm saying? We should have stepped up outside of Tone Deaf, because he actually had something going on that's a little more, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's probably towards the kids is not a joke. I'm a Kobe fan. I know what that's like. I've read his book. I watched his. He talked about some excruciating situations. So, but I'm talking about the guys who were active. I was out there. I was active on YouTube, and I should have made it more priority, because I remember what happened last year. I remember the impact we had. Right, me and Lisa went live like 3 times because it was such a
Yeah, we
thing.
did.
It was so
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. It was like, oh, people just wanted to keep it. So it was like, it was amazing. So
But thank you so
never
much.
know. But go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
thank you
Just wanted
so
to say
much for
that.
saying that. And I think you are right in saying that a lot of the smaller reactors, just if we take away the huge ones,
Right, right.
just like this, that community, that bracket of smaller or mid-range reactors, they probably, I think what you're saying is true, that they don't realize that they can have impact. Because the thing is, like, our idea with Jolene is that each one of you, each one of the reactors has their own community. So communities do intersect at
Absolutely.
some point. For example, the renegades, they're everywhere. If you're talking about Ren, the renegades are, going to follow you. So that's one thing. But then you do have the renegades, but you're not just talking about Ren, you're talking about a ton of other stuff. And so you have other followers and other people in your community that are not there because they're renegades. They're there because they came through other channels or through something different. And so those are the people we are trying to reach. And we can only reach them through you because we don't know them and they know you.
Right.
And so the idea is each one of the reactors has their own little pool of followers and of different people in their own communities, and those are the people we're trying to gather together to do something big together. Because if you have 20 people here, so just to give you some numbers, just to have to think about this, we raised $14,000 with 319 donors, which is basically not that much, because 319 people, I mean, you can put those, on the street in front of your door. That's not that many people, it's
Right.
not like a million people, right?
Right.
So just imagine we raised these 14,000 amazing dollars with 319 people only,
That is
actually.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
which means like because we saw that, so we had one big donor coming through who
I remember.
he donated $1,000,
Right.
and then he donated, I think, 200 again.
Right.
So that was one big donor, but it's still from the 14,000. If you take 318 people giving like what's 12.5, that's quite high number for each one of
Right.
them.
Right.
If it would have been, imagine if it would have been 1,000 people. I mean, then you're on to like $50,000, right? So it's it makes a huge difference. So this is why the number of donors actually matters more to Jolene and I,
Yeah.
because we
Exactly.
know that one person is maybe going to donate $2 because they're really tight, but they really want to join in.
Mm.
And another person is going to donate 200 because they can do that. That's what they can
Right.
afford. And so that's what makes the difference. But if we have people in numbers, then we get to make a big wave and big difference. And that's why we're trying to get to all of those different communities from all of those different reactors, however small they are, because 10 people in the community of one small reactor can make a huge difference. Because today we're at 99 donations. 99.
99.
That's not 99. That's not that much. So we're just past 3.5, 3,500, which is great. We're really, really grateful that we have this to donate to the GLA, because we know they're going to do, great work with this, and
Lisa,
Becca knows them.
Lisa, can you assess somebody really quick? Somebody's having trouble donating. I don't want to.
Well, yeah, Elsie. Well, I don't know what the matter is.
Could you explain the situation, Elsie? What maybe Lisa can help.
Yeah, maybe just explain because
I'll jump in while you guys are reading chat. I think one of the biggest things that I think
Thank
we
you,
all
Paul.
had to face during this time was I'll give you a perfect example. And anybody that's known me for a little while knows that I kind of use every single thing in my life as some type of lesson. So I'm putting together a knife set yesterday. And it's kind of like the economy got the best of me in certain situations. And I'm putting together my knife set, and of course, I cut 3 of my fingers. If you can see right here, all 3 got band-aids.
Okay.
But I think that's really kind of what happened, during this time frame. So it's definitely not a failure. I know for a fact when Lisa and Jolene put this together, it was amazing the first go around. It's just a tough time. Right now, everyone else is focusing on the bleeding. And you talk about a government shutdown, you talk about the different things that are kind of happening.
Talk about it.
Everybody has to focus on the bleeding right now. It's never a bad thing. It's just more of a like, man, I have to be more intent. I have to, give whatever is the most important, the most attention. And even some of the things that I'm doing over here, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I feel in my heart it's for the best reason. So it's just more about you guys honestly are doing an amazing thing, and I definitely owe you guys some money. I want to come back and help you guys out. To me, it will always come back, and I think that's the important part. I feel like anybody, no matter what situation they're in, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it will always come back to you. And I think during that time frame, I
Yeah,
think
I want to be clear. We are super, super grateful for everybody who has donated this time around.
oh
And
yeah,
I mean, $3,500, that's
that's
three
great.
and a half thousand dollars more
Mhm,
than before we started.
mhm.
I had a
exactly.
meeting with the GLA earlier today, and they are super grateful that we are doing this. They're amazing to work with. They are so happy. Also, just a lot of people talking about the Global Lyme Alliance, getting their name out, getting the awareness out, the importance of research, the money for research, and to help people like Becca, and there are millions of them
Mhm.
worldwide who are suffering from this. That is just so extremely needed, especially in times like these, but always. And so I don't want to come across too negative about it at all.
No, no, no.
I want to circle back a little bit about the reactor community, because the importance of a lot of different reactors joining in is not only to reach numbers. That's a goal, because we want to reach a large portion of the community that is already there, because there's so much power and potential in this incredible community. One of the things that Lisa said in her video that made me email her immediately was the idea that she said, imagine if all of Ren's fans just donate $1. That would be amazing. Well,
Mhm.
he has more now, but he had like 2 million subscribers right then, or maybe
Right.
a million and a half at that moment. I'm not sure. That's an insane amount of money. That's an incredible impact. So that's where the idea came from, and that's also the idea that we extend to the reactors, because even though some reactions channels are small, it's the if we reach a lot of you guys and help
Mhm.
you guys help us broadcast and help us reach the community, the more people are tuning in, they are exposed to more content and more
Right.
reactors. They open them.
Yep.
Not everybody watches Manny. Not everybody watches Tone Deaf. Not everybody watches Uncle
Right.
Ray. But if there's like multiple people throughout the community scattered in like different channels, different corners of the internet, with different people who are also watching them, that helps. And if people encounter our message on one channel, and then maybe an Instagram post, and then maybe on a different channel, it just every person who joins in adds to the power of what we're trying to do. So
Yeah.
every voice is extremely important. Just like every dollar is important for people donating, every voice of every reactor is extremely important to us.
I think
Oh
one
yeah,
thing to
it's
add to
yeah.
that is
Thank you, Elsie.
I can tell you one thing. I didn't know much about Lyme disease until I got, the reason why Wave of Change was created. So it was also a way to educate as well. I mean, as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, now I know even more about Ren. Now I know if someone says this is what they're going through. I mean, again, everyone has so many different things going on in their life, but when you find out what that really does to a human being, again, I don't care what race you are. That doesn't matter to me. But just it happening to a human being, like if this dollar or this $20 is going to help do something that I can't, and that research is put in, that's more than I'm able to say, I can do. But I would
Yeah.
always be willing to do that. There's plenty of situations like, hey, I don't know anything about that, but I would definitely be willing
Right.
to assist the right people that can
Right.
get the right help. And that's why I love just what you guys have done with this initiative. It's just different. I mean, I was uneducated, and I'm perfectly fine saying that, and I'm happy to now be more in line and in tune with. Okay, now I not only know what Ren, but several other people, and just being able to be a beacon or a voice, kind of exactly what you said. Like sometimes somebody just needs the mic to say, like, hey, go speak your truth. Go say. If you can find the right people. I mean, honestly, we never know. I know nonprofits are hurting, but there's somebody out there that's holding the bag right now that we just may not have reached right now.
Right.
And
Right.
hopefully the next time around we can reach those people.
And you know what?
Oh yeah, sure.
I think to piggyback off of tone deaf, and that's why the reason why I'm not trying to be like harsh on the on the reactor community, but I am trying to be honest about it. I'm trying to be real about it because the next time this comes around, because this can't end, right? We got to keep doing this because we don't have the answers yet, so we got to keep doing this, right?
We have no intention on ending this right now.
Right.
so-
No. I mean, like how we did it last year. Now we're doing it. I'm just saying, like the cycle continues.
Twice
No,
a
it
year.
was the same year.
Yeah,
It was
twice a
this
year.
March. It wasn't last year. Everybody thinks it was last year because so much shit has happened since March that it feels like
Oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
last
Last
year,
year,
but
I
it was
always
actually this year.
no. What happens is once we enter July to December, I'm in a whole nother year.
Oh, right.
those 6 months were last year. Like we're too close to 2026 for me to be pretending like this is still 2025. And 2025 is ruined, destroyed. It's over with. It's a disaster. I can't wait to get out of 2025. Honestly, but just to piggyback off tone deaf, what I was just trying to say was just the reason why it's because it's not really, and I understand it's not exactly Jolene or Lisa's position to say, hey, reactors, the hell you doing out there, man? Like they're not gonna do that, right? So we have to take it kind of.
We did though. we've been
Well,
running
I
after
haven't.
some people, and
She's back.
there
She's back.
were. Oh, Becca's back.
Yeah, I thought I had another meeting to go to, but I was an hour off. Time zones. Yay. So I got
Nice.
another hour before I gotta be there.
Awesome.
She's back.
Great.
But more
Cheers.
importantly, Lisa, I think it's important. It's not that you can't do it, but it's more important that the reactors take more accountability for it, because even if you can't go live, I remember just sharing the link on my story and somebody texting me, messaging me from the link and saying, this person, I don't know who this person is really, right? I know I've seen them on my Instagram, but I've never seen them in my live chat or anything like that. And I pretty much know all the live chatters, right? I've never seen her in my live chat, but I know that she donated from the Instagram story. She said, "Oh, thank you for posting the link. My sister has Lyme disease." You know what I'm saying? She told me, and I don't even know her, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
But
like sometimes
that's what that's
Go
what
ahead.
we're
Mhm.
saying when we talk about this, and what Tonef said is so true, is that we're trying to do multiple things within, this one idea of the campaign, is that we're obviously trying to get, some donations together to donate. We're trying to also have, as Jolena said, this win-win situation with reactors, trying to, I'm so happy that last March we decided it was easier. It was like one day at the beginning, I was like, oh, it annoys me actually so much to be sending out the same message to like 10 different people. I'm just going to put all of you in a chat.
That was so
And
smart.
then, we did this group, and then
Yeah.
within the group, I saw people go like, "Oh, hey, we've never talked together. I like what you do, and oh yeah, I've seen
Let's
your videos.
collab.
I like what you do too.
Yeah.
Let's collab and let's do something." To to have this win-win
Awesome.
situation for us with reactors, and then within the reactor community or the artistic community, people coming together, meeting each other, and then continuing a relationship and to do stuff together afterwards, even if they met during the wave of change. That is also a way for us to just make this community something more important, is to bring
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
those people together. And then, as Tone Deaf said, to raise awareness is super important for
Mhm.
us, because I think there are so many illnesses throughout the world that we don't know about, right? There are many, many chronic illnesses. People are suffering, going through hell every day, and we have no idea because we've never heard of it. And I think the impulse to donate and to help and to do that is really through knowledge and the empathy you get by understanding what someone else is experiencing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
for a
Yeah.
lot of people who maybe had no idea what Lyme disease was, if we did our job right to try and educate people or try to raise awareness of what it is, regardless of REN, but just in general, and that someone went like, "Oh yeah, this looks really awful, like what are people going through? Oh, this is what they're experiencing. Oh, I want to help that person. I want to help
Wow.
someone."
Wow.
And so I think awareness is the most important, because
Yes.
when
By the
people
way,
become
Lisa,
aware,
one
they
sec.
want to get involved. Yeah.
We just had 100 donation.
Oh, yay! Oh,
Hey.
that's nice. Oh, yeah,
So
great.
whoever
Thank
did
you,
that,
Jolie.
thank you
That's
so
really
much out
cool.
there.
But you
Yeah,
know
well,
what? While we're talking about the struggles of but let's put certain things into perspective, right? Because everything Lisa's saying is, and what Tone Deaf said, right? Because she's kind of piggybacking off that. That's all accurate, but it's the perspective is to understand, which Lisa brought up earlier. Um, the awareness is in the donations and bringing more people, making them aware of what's happening, whether they want to act or not, share or donate, right? Or just feel impacted that somebody's doing something on their behalf. That's great, right? But there's also the awareness of what's happening in our country, right? And how the mood in the country is pretty dark right now, right? It's pretty dark. So that has a lot to do with people's inspiration. A lot when people are dark, they don't have there's no real motive to do something bright. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we
hmm
just want to feel, because sometimes when we feel dark, we want to stay dark. We want to like feel bad for ourselves. If I'm having financial struggles, I just want to sit in it on my own. Like I don't even want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about donations. I don't want to talk about nothing, right? Because I feel like crap because I'm not able to do. I'm getting worried that I'm not going to be able to provide in another month. Like this is getting scary,
hmm
right? And so when I get to that point, and you know what happens? That's when I had our one of our lovely goatees, Gina. She had her situation happen, right? And that made me get up. I'm like, oh my god, like she's going through something much more horrifying than what I'm going through, right? I know, and the thing is, I know I have faith. I know I'm going to be okay. I just don't want to struggle. I don't want to go through it. I've been doing well for so long. I don't want to struggle. Like this is out of my control, though. But
Mm.
something is out of my control has not left my hands, though. Gina completely lost what she had in her possession, and that really tore me up, and it made me realize there are bigger, not to compare, like Becca said earlier, but there are bigger issues, and we have to prioritize what's going on in the world.
Mhm.
We have to prioritize.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
you're not the priority. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And
Oh yeah, that's really something that Jolene and I have talked about a lot, especially in the in the climate we're living in, because and I suppose all five of us here, we're not all fully aligned in what we believe in, what we think, what our opinions are, but we're still here together doing this
Right.
because we know that this is something greater than ourselves.
Yes.
And this is what was so important for Jolene and I, because at the I think it was like right at the cusp of starting the campaign, we had a huge conversation about the state of the world. And we were like, yeah, this is really tough. This is, it feels almost a little bit difficult to go into something like, hey, we're doing a fundraising campaign. You want to join? And, everyone's going through a whole load of other crap. And we're like, hey, don't you want to do this with us? And so it felt kind of strange. And then
Yeah.
we also thought, because we know, as I said before, that you know our biggest donor pool is US based. We were like, yeah, the US is pretty tense right now, so how are we going to
Mm,
reach those people? How are we going
mm,
to bring all the people together and kind of go way past the divide and just say, like, hey, we're all humans.
Mhm.
We all need to come together and do stuff together, or we're just not going to make it through. We have
yeah.
to do stuff all together.
Yeah.
And so we had a few conversations like this, but then we thought, whatever our opinions are, they actually don't matter at all, because Lyme or any other illness doesn't care about your opinions. It can happen to each and every one of us.
Absolutely.
Whatever our political views are, whatever our race is, whatever our
Mhm.
financial situation is, we can all be ill someday.
Health does not discriminate.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. And so we thought this is much bigger. This is part of the bigger things that bring us all together. And so that's why we still went through with it. And we did feel over the first, 2 weeks or so that it was going to be, totally different than the one in March. But it was still important for us to do it because we
Of
thought we
course.
have to show, especially in the current situation and the current state of the world, we have to be there to show people it's still important to all come together to do greater things.
Mhm.
And we're all capable of greater things than what's going on right now.
And you know what?
Instead of getting pulled into all of this crap,
Yeah.
let's just be humans together and do something great
Hey,
together.
hey, Manny, before you go, because
Yeah, God.
I know you about to go for about 15, but I would definitely say with everything that goes on, I always feel like in the darkest times, you still can always find the brightest spots. And that's what you have to look for because that gives you hope.
Yep.
So I can most certainly say that every time that I've been at my worst, no matter what it's been, there's always someone else that our gifts are made to help. And I'll be honest, financially, to some people, is like the greatest things in sliced bread. We see these billionaires aren't helping and so forth. Again, I don't have to go down the rabbit hole when it comes to that, but it's just more about like that could mean a lot to someone else. So the
Yes.
simple smile that we can put on someone else's face, the simple time to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" can go a long way because someone isn't asking those questions, someone isn't taking those actions, and it really can change a person's day week and so forth. I know it's happened to me before where someone asked me deeply. Lisa's done it before. And just change the aspect of like, man, someone really cares.
Right.
And I think just as a whole, if we continue down this road of doing what you all are doing, there doesn't need to be a revamp. You guys have already been so successful the first time around. I look forward to when things are better for everyone. That way, everyone can say like, "Whew, there's a weight lifted up off of us, and we can actually breathe a little bit." It's
Yeah.
just a heavy
Yeah.
Oh,
time.
yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
That
so
was
much
good.
for
Yeah, for
saying
real.
that. That's so nice of
Thank
you,
you.
Tone Deaf. And I relate with what you say. I had a message I told Jolene. I don't remember. It was like a few days ago, maybe 2 days ago, where I said, "Oh, I have this voice message from Straw Hat Dynasty." the New York guys, and I was like, oh, maybe it's about the wave, because we're coming to an end and
Mm-mm.
stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna listen to the voice message and tell you about it. And actually, he was just like, hey, Lisa, I just wanted to send you this message to see how you're doing because you've been a support of ours, and we appreciate you, and we just want to know if everything's good on your side, and we
Mhm.
hope you're fine. And that was it. And
Mhm.
it just made my day. I was like, this is incredible, actually, to think that those are people I've never met in my
Right.
life, right? I don't know them. Like, basically, we don't know each other. We've never met. We've never sat down for a coffee. We've never partied together. We've never met. And this guy is, on his way to, on his day, doing his thing in New York, on the other side of the planet.
Mhm.
And then he's like, I'm going to send a message to Lisa, see how she's
Mhm.
doing.
Isn't that
I'm like,
wonderful?
wow,
Doesn't that
this
feel
is
wonderful?
just the power of the simplicity of that
Mhm.
is absolutely wonderful.
Right.
And I think just showing up for each other, and that's what, we were talking about before, being like, if you're just being there for people, just showing up can be super powerful for someone else that maybe just needs that,
Yeah.
just needs a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
hello that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and as you said, Manny, people do tend to think they're, smaller than they are.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
actually,
guilty
you
of
can
it.
be, yeah, and I think we are all guilty of, kicking ourselves down.
Yeah.
Most of the time, we're, the ones doing it. No one
Yeah.
else is doing it to us as hard
Yeah.
as we're doing it to
Yeah.
ourselves, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And I think it's super important to remind ourselves that the small things do really make a change, as it does really profoundly, it can profoundly help you in your day if someone's just showing up for you in a very simple manner, and it can change someone's life
Ah, I
to
love that.
donate $1.
Mhm.
I mean, those are just,
Yeah.
basic, simple things, but it can really change the world. And I think if everyone were to realize that, we would live in a very different universe right now.
I just want to say
Also, just
something.
the
Oh, go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna say something simple. Go ahead, Julian.
You sure?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
It's simple? It's
Nah.
simple? No,
Nah.
no, no.
I
Go
just
on,
wanted to
Julie.
say,
So you
for
all
me
know me now.
personally,
Okay.
it's also very important um, to feel that you're a part of something and doing something together. I remember at some point when Ren came out with his Live at Dead Wax show,
Mm.
he did the Power Song, and Lisa and I just immediately texted each other because he did the whole speech about unity, community, and love, and we can become a movement. And we were like, yes, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we were so happy when he said that, because that's how I was feeling personally. And this whole initiative has helped me personally a lot in feeling
Mm,
less powerless in the world,
mm,
because
mm.
I saw Ren as someone who makes decisions out of love and takes action from love. But I've always been someone who has been motivated, my actions have been motivated by fear. Because I've always been a pretty anxious and fearful person. And not that I never did anything like brave or big. I did a lot of things, because I doesn't matter right now. I've traveled extensively on a sailboat, for instance. That's not something that I take very lightly. But
Mm,
I always, my motivations were always like fear, trying to stay comfortable, stay safe, stay
mhm,
small, especially
mhm,
that. And I was like, okay, what would it look like if I were to take a different direction? If I were to take action from a position of positivity and love? And that's what gave me the push to send an email to Lisa and connect with Lisa. Say, I
mm,
have this idea. Let's see what we can do together. And that's, yeah. And all this came from that. Just the
I'm
entire
so
feeling
happy you did that,
of
Jolene. I'm so
I am
happy.
so
I'm so
happy too.
grateful. I'm so grateful you sent me that email. Thank you so
I'm
much.
I'm so grateful that you said yes immediately.
Oh, yeah, I'm a yes person. Like anyone can come up and say, "Don't you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's try." Yeah, it's
But
I'm
it
so happy
helps.
you did that.
It helps me personally a lot to feel a part of something bigger, to work for something that's bigger, to bring people together, and all of us, if we all pull our efforts together, we can really definitely have an impact, and that has made
Oh
me
yeah.
feel empowered personally.
Oh, I love this. Can I just say I love this? That's all I want to say. Go
Sure.
ahead. Who wants to talk next? I'm basking in the ambience right now. I'm just feeling like I don't know. I'm feeling the love. This reminds me of Faces to Names actually, and that's why it's really getting to me right now because Faces to Names gets so detailed, and it's like the way you guys are expressing, your views and how pretty much like Lisa said, we're all correlating towards the same target, and it's obviously this is literally generated from Ren's impact, like literally, right? We're here because of Ren. And where are we going to be 10 years from now? That's the impact. When I think of Ren, that's what I think about. Where am I going to be 10 years from now? Am I going to be living off YouTube money? Like, am I going to be a full-time YouTuber, I don't know, streaming from Japan because I feel like it? Like, I'm going to owe that man his suffering for all of the profits that I gain in this world. And if that is the case, I have to at every turn that that I'm capable of, I have to give back. I have to give back because I owe people. I owe people who are in pain. That because I owe Ren, I owe everyone. I owe everyone who suffers from Lyme disease because I owe him, I owe them because the reason he's able to do it because he understands his impact on their lives. So I owe Becca, I owe people who, what I'm saying, who have a direct correlation with the pain and suffering because it's amazing. It's like I don't want to think too far ahead, but where are we going to be 10 years from now? Like it's to think that far. It's like our impact will be bigger. Our impact will be bigger if we continue to operate in good faith.
I
We
just want
hope
to say
so.
this
With Jolene, yeah, go on. Sorry.
just before I get out of here. I owe my girls, especially since I haven't been around for Halloween for the past 5 years, I owe them trick or treating. So I just wanted to stop in. I definitely just appreciate this time.
Thank you, brother.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I will be back full
Thank you so
force
much for being here.
next week, and
Okay,
I will
thank
reach
you.
out, and you will see a donation here momentarily. I truly appreciate y'all and what y'all are
Thank
doing.
you so much.
There is no such thing as failure. It's just a lesson. So
Thank
I
you.
love y'all truly, and I
Enjoy
will
trick or
talk to y'all
treating.
soon.
Later, brother. Take it
Thank
All
easy.
you
right, now.
so much.
Enjoy trick or treating.
I will.
Oh yeah.
Check the candy. Gotta check that candy, boy. So
Yeah,
Wicked
I
World.
wanted to say we had such a nice message was it from Janet?
Yes,
Who
yes.
said, yeah, that was
Yeah.
such a nice
You want me to
message.
bring it up again so you can read it? You can read it
Oh,
up.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, been listening a while, but want to say this is more important than we realize it is to me. And I think
Oh,
that's
thank
exactly
you.
what we were. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. What we were talking about at the beginning of this conversation is that often so people don't realize how much impact they can have, even if it's just on one person, just by talking
Yes.
Yes.
about something.
Hmm.
And I think, sorry, yeah, go on.
No. You could finish. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, yeah, I think for the four of us being here, I don't think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think none of us feel like a super important person in the world.
Right.
But
Mhm.
but we are important. We are all important in our own world, but
Yeah.
sometimes we make our own world a little bit too small.
Oh,
And
perfectly
it can
said.
actually be bigger than that.
Hmm.
And it's in moments like these where we realize that it does have an impact on people, and it can lift someone up, and it can make someone feel like they are part of this. And that's what Jolene said, and I fully agree with you, Jolene. We've talked about this privately, but I do really agree with you that it does participate in creating something like this, and participating in it
Yeah.
really does give us purpose. And I think we live in a world that is, for the most part, become purposeless. It's like there are so many great things everyone can do, but in our own small worlds, we sometimes feel like we've lost purpose. And I have kids. I mean, I have a great purpose. I have my children. But then, other than that, just as you, as a human being, like what the purpose of your being here means and what you can do in your life. And I think when you sometimes um, get into a situation like this, like participating in the wave of change, or or Becca, what you do also with your community, what we each maybe do in different communities, it does sometimes then become more purposeful. And then you suddenly see, you know, what you can actually do and what the impact you can have.
Hmm.
And that
And
is
what's
so
the value you
important.
can add, even as an individual? There's value you can
Yeah.
add to certain situations. Can be just having an eye for your neighbor. It can be, helping someone online. It can be fixing something, or creating something, or having a difficult conversation that can be impactful. There's everybody of us, each of us can have a certain value in certain situations, and sometimes you need to remind yourself almost that there's this value that you can add, and it doesn't matter if it's small or big. It doesn't have to be like your purpose can sound so amorph and so abstract, but there's always value you can add in a certain moment in a very concrete manner. And sometimes it's very hard to see, but it's good to remind yourself that, yeah, we can all add value in each and every day.
I think
Yes.
one of the cool things about all of this, and it came to mind when Julian was talking. It came to mind. I don't know. It's come to mind at some point when everybody was saying something because it's all kind of connecting together. Um, but you know, uh, with the state of the world, I'm not even talking about like the current state of the world, but like social media in general, we can all feel very
Yeah.
isolated despite being more connected than ever. Technically, more
Mm-hmm.
connected.
Right.
However, when there is chronic illness or disability at play. It can get to the point where if you're not physically able to keep up with whoever in life, it can get very isolating, both due to your health because you're stuck at home or because you just don't feel like you're meeting whatever milestones in life that you're, and I'm saying this in quotes, supposed to meet, because that's an arbitrary bullcrap thing, um, which I've had to reckon with a lot myself and wrestle with a lot myself. Um, but one of the really cool things about the wave of change, and then about, I think, our communities in general, and anybody who does this type of like tries to connect to other people, is that connection and relationships are what can save people. And that sounds so like meta, and so, I mean, I guess
Mm.
kind of simple actually, but like when you're in the darkest of the darkest isolation, when you don't feel like anyone has any clue what you're going through, even if someone's not dealing with the exact same chronic illness you've got, if they are willing, or you are willing to just take one moment and connect with one person, that can make all the difference between someone, I'm trying to say this in a YouTube friendly way, deciding to stay on this world or deciding to not stay in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been in a really dark place where that second option was very much on the table for me, and I did not want it to be. And it was the connection and the relationships that maybe I didn't feel like I was doing much of anything, but somebody, like Lisa was saying, one message that came through when Straw Hat sent her that message to check on her, like somebody happened to send me a text message or a DM, said, "Hey, just thinking about you." And I'm like, "Oh, you had no clue that I was having the darkest day of my life right now."
Yeah.
Mm.
And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, there's still a lot of pain right here, but that connection and the relationships made the suffering piece a little bit less, because pain is going to exist in life. We're all
Yeah.
going to deal with pain of some kind at some point,
It's the reaction.
I mean, in some way. However, I think
Mm-hmm.
when we're dealing with that on our own and we let that isolation and that sort of take over, it makes the suffering piece, because pain and suffering are two completely different things. Actually,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have pain, but you have a choice. And I don't want to. I do not want this to come across as toxic positivity, because I have had toxic positivity weaponized against me. So please know that that is not what I'm saying here. Um, but if we can make the choice to be like, okay, I'm accepting there is going to be pain in this world. What is one thing that I can do to make this suffering, the dwelling in the pain, the overwhelming weight of just suffering is the only word I can think of right now, a little bit less? A lot of times that comes down to connection with someone in
Mm-hmm.
some way. And when this conversation went to the purpose side of things, I was looking up. It's not showing on camera, but I'm going to reach up here on my wall. being me is my purpose.
Right.
So however you can show up in this world, however you can connect, whatever you can do in any given moment, and that's not to say that everyone has a responsibility to do all of that all of the time in every moment, because
Mhm.
that's why we're a community, because we all, when one
Right.
person can't, the other person can. And I just, y'all are speaking my language, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, thank you,
I love that
Becca.
you have that up
That's
on
so
your
nice.
wall. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. We talked about that with Jolene so many times because we've both been going through different struggles or days of struggle or and sometimes it's like I had this one thing, I think it was last week, and I was supposed to do a live, and I just couldn't, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? This is awful, and I can't. I felt, I was letting people down, and I was trying to find a solution. It was breaking my brain. And I reached out to Jolene. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. No problem. I was like, wow, this is really, and this is not Jolene's thing. Like, I'm so grateful that you're here with us because I love having you on camera because I think you're great. And I think you really do talk the talk. I think you're really good on camera. And I think you have great things to say. And I'm so grateful for you. But
Absolutely.
but yeah, to have those moments where within the community or people around you, but your loved ones, but then within those communities online and those connections we have together, where you can have bad days and rely on someone else to
Mhm.
do whatever needs to be done, or to help you, or to show up for you, and then to do the same on your side when you're having a good day. And that's what human connection is about. That is what it's about,
Yeah,
to
we're
know each
social
other and to
creatures.
be
Yeah.
there. Yeah, we are. And I think to be just by ourselves, there are days I don't want to see no one, I don't want to talk to no one.
Right.
But most times, if I have any type of, let's say, forced contact with someone, because I have to be on the phone, I have to answer. At the end, I'm going to be really happy I talked to someone. I'm going to be like, yeah, this was actually great. And there have been times I had to do lives, and I really was like 5 minutes before the live, I was like, ugh.
Same. Oh
I
my
t-
God.
oh
Same.
God.
Same.
And
Same.
then in the end, I'm like, I'm here, and well, not here. This live I really wanted to do, by the way, but
I was gonna say this
Thanks,
one.
Lisa.
This
Thanks.
one,
no.
Lisa. This one.
Mwah,
Wow. You're just
mwah.
gonna tell us. Are you just gonna
No.
tell us? Okay.
Oh, love you so much, Manny.
You could be right, but you got to be kind too. Come on. That was the lesson today.
No, it wasn't this one. But and it doesn't depend on the person, by the way. It has nothing to do with the
No,
person. It
no.
just
I know
has
what
to
you
do
mean.
with my mood, how
Yeah.
I feel, and I don't want to be on camera, and I don't want to know what I'm gonna say. And then camera goes on, live is on, and I'm like, hey, and then everything is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, like 2 hours
Action.
later, yes,
Right.
and like it's like fake it till you make it for 3 minutes, and then in the end, it's actually fun.
It's
And
real. And then
then,
it's real.
right? And 2 hours later, I'm like, well, this was nice. This was fun, and I had a good time. And it's not to
Oh
say
man.
that there aren't any days where I'm very happy to be by myself and not to talk to anyone.
For sure.
But it's in the days I sometimes don't know how much I need the connection that I need it most.
That I'm
And
really glad you.
yeah,
Oh no, go ahead, finish. I want to
yeah, yeah.
finish.
Go on. No, I just wanted to tell Manny I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you. Thank you.
I'm
I'm
really
I'm
glad
happy
you.
you're here. I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
I'm happy all three of you here. I'm especially happy that Jolie's here as well. I wasn't sure if I'd ever see
Thanks.
her on camera. I wasn't sure if I'd ever meet her actually. But you know,
I'm really glad to meet both of you. Yeah.
don't put it in quotations. We are
Oh
meeting.
yeah.
Okay,
This is
meeting.
we are
Okay.
personal. We are personal right now, and it's
A
amazing. Go
face
ahead.
to the name, right?
What you had to say?
Oh no, I just when Lisa was talking there, she can confirm because I was sending her a message before this when we were
Mhm.
waiting to all join her. I said, Lisa, I I took my meds like half an hour ago. I took them to where they were timed to kick in at this time. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to come on because I'm worried they're going to wear off. And I will tell you guys, if you saw me for probably 25 minutes once I came back on and been sitting here holding my neck, it's because I have spinal instability in my neck as a result of all these other things as well. So like my head constantly feels like a bowling ball on top of a pencil that is just like it
Oh,
is not great. However,
Wow.
the fact that I got on here, there's a lot of pain screaming at me right now physically, yet being on here and doing this and connecting, just like Lisa was saying, like it is filling my soul up. That connection, being able to have genuine connection, and like you brought up, Manny, that the good faith connection with people, like that is such a huge freaking deal that even though, be real honest with you guys, right now I feel like somebody is taking steak knives and stabbing in my eyes and needles stabbing in my ears and my neck is about to fall off. That's what I feel like on a fairly daily basis, especially when like my meds and stuff start to wear off. And in the spirit of dialectics, which is two things being true at the same time, I'm really freaking glad that I decided to show up anyway, despite whatever pain might have been creeping in, because not only does it fill up my soul, but being able to have this connection and the distraction, it doesn't, again, like I was sort of saying earlier, doesn't take the physical pain away, but I'm not thinking about it as much. And
Yeah.
that in and of itself is a gift and is a big deal. And I think literally, I mean, Lisa, she can tell you, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Can you please explain if I'm not? Here's why. I just want you to know. And then I'm
yeah, like literally 10 minutes before going live. That's what she
seriously
sent me.
like, oh, I'm really scared, but I'm
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing strength. Thank you
Yeah,
for
Mm.
thank
showing,
you.
how
Yeah.
mighty, how like my daughter would say, how strong and mighty you are. Like
oh, I'm singing a
ha-
Sunday school song with that there.
yeah, yeah. She sings it every day. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. If you ever meet her, she's gonna be like, Jesus is the King of Kings. He's so strong and mighty. That's what she's gonna tell you.
Oh, I love it. I love
but
it.
but yeah, you're exuding that energy right now. And I really, like, as far as like, yes, I admire it, of course, but I want to ask you something, right?
Mhm.
I want to ask you, how does it feel, right? Because I do believe people in this chat are all operate on the screen for sure are operating in good faith.
Yeah.
But the people, I even believe the people in the chat operate in good faith. Um, I like bragging about my chat. Why? Because they're no this they're the greatest people on the internet. I really believe that. I'm not even kidding you. These people are so kind and respectful and loving and caring. They're all these things. I promise you. And I want you to know you're on here with us, obviously, but you're on here with these people in this chat. You know what I'm saying? And all these people are rooting for you. That's got to feel good. Because
It does.
we're all rooting for you, and these people in the chat, they want to see you win, and they want to see you show someone else who's going through what you're going through that there's times you're in pain, obviously, but you're still happy because it's not that you're not feeling the pain, but the love is so strong, we're distracting you from it, and you're able to just sit here strongly with us and and talk to us. And I appreciate you for doing that, but I do want you to know that my chat loves you.
Y'all are about to make me cry, and not from the pain, from emotion and being touched. Seriously, that, and I love that you said that because I was real quick. I was about to interrupt you there and say, no, my chat's the best. When I get on my chat, no, they're the best people. They're the kindest people, and I think that
as far as I know, I
think it speaks to the common thread that we've kind of talked about, how we are all doing this because we genuinely have a heart for wanting to do the things that we do. And I think that fosters that kind of community. And one of the coolest
Lisa,
don't fall, Manny.
She loves bringing light to the things she's not supposed to. Can you focus? We're literally busy. She's talking.
Sorry.
Okay,
sorry. That was so rude of me. Sorry.
I never apologize for making someone laugh. Please never apologize for making someone laugh.
That's a good one.
I just think it's really awesome because, especially like online, it can be a very there can be some very not kind things said in comment sections. One thing that I've noticed that is really cool, and my channel, in the grand scheme of things, we're still a fairly small. I mean, for me, I never thought that I would have 5,500 people, which is about where I am, which is in the grand scheme of reaction channels small. However, for me, that's a huge freaking deal. But I'm talking like maybe when we had just crossed like maybe 1,000. This was like two and a half years ago, something.
Mm-hmm.
And I started my kind of creed and ethos for comments when people are leaving comments just to hate or just to say something negative is I can ignore and not respond, but usually more often than not, I will respond with genuinely killing them with kindness, and
Oh,
they don't
that's
know
my
how to handle
favorite.
that.
It's my
People don't know.
favorite.
Yeah, right.
It's my
People don't know how to
favorite.
handle it, but the
They
really
delete the
cool thing.
comments.
It's so, dude, that happens so much. And Manny, I think you might appreciate this. The one time I let somebody kind of get under my skin a little, I'm not going to name names, was a comment on a reaction that I did to Casey Chambers' cover of "Lose Yourself."
Ooh, my favorite.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. However, somebody got real mad about the fact that I bleeped out a couple curse words in that, which is just something that I do on my channel because it's something I decided to do with my original audience that wasn't reaction content.
I
It's something I've
respect
carried
that.
over.
I respect that.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you for doing
A lot
that.
of people don't, and they let me know. And I was actually in an inpatient treatment facility this was last May of 2024 when this happened, and I wrote a diss track back, not to ever be posted, but for myself, to the tune of Kill Shot, using
time
the
out.
Kill Shot instrumental.
No.
Then I'll
Wow.
have to share it. I'll have to share it to
You got to send it to my email.
Actually, Uncle Ray reacted to it on the when he reacted to the full Fire and Docs Booth season 1 competition.
Is it still up?
Do what?
Is it still up?
I think so. I'll have to send you the link.
Okay.
I didn't post it on my channel because
No, Uncle Ray.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's on his channel.
Okay,
So I'll send it to you.
I'll find it.
But like that's like the one time I've responded, and the reason I did it, like I didn't even do it so I could post it to this person. I just did it to get it out because I was in the freaking hospital and I was really annoyed that he gave me like praise in a couple sentences and they wrote a whole paragraph complaining about that. I'm like, okay, whatever. It wasn't really like anger, but I got sidetracked there. The cool thing for me in all of this is that now there are so many really amazing people whose names I see continually show up in my comments, even when I'm really freaking inconsistent due to health at times for long periods of time sometimes. I don't even have to get to the killing them with kindness on the negative comments because my community's jumping in and doing that for me.
Oh my Lord!
They do that. They're either defending me or they're doing the kindness thing, and I'm like,
God.
Thank
And
you
that is a reflection of your character because I'm telling you right now, or your impact, right? Because I'm telling you right now, and it's hard to accept the defense of your people to come through. It's hard for me to accept, but somebody just did it recently. Somebody said, because I made a song called Black Republican, right? This is a label that people gave me, right? People are labeling me as a Black Republican, so I made a song about it. It just came out today. I just dropped a video for it. But somebody got in the comment section and said, "Oh, please don't start this political rap bullcrap, whatever." Right? I was like, "Why do you have to comment that? Like, I don't understand, right?"
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I just decided to ignore it, right?
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, sometimes I ignore it, sometimes I kill him with kindness, whatever. I felt like he didn't even deserve my kindness. I was like, "No, I'm going to ignore it." And then some of my followers were in there just going at him. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is this? So then I jumped in. I was like, oh, this is great. Let's get him. And then we all, we was responding or whatever. But yeah, I know exactly what that feels like. I even felt like, just leave him alone. Like, don't even respond. Because sometimes not responding at all is, when they see you're responding to everybody else but them, it kind of stings for them a little bit. Next thing you know, the comment isn't there anymore. You're like, what happened to that comment? They deleted it. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I need to tell you, it's after midnight for me and for
I'm
Melissa,
so sorry.
by the way,
I was
too.
gonna say the same thing.
I'm really struggling. I am so tired. I need to head out.
Jolene's like, I hear you. She's not. I thought she had a little bobblehead for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm so
struggling.
sorry. It's been a week, man. It's been a week, and I really need to head out. I can't stay
Yeah,
long
you had a
longer.
long week, yeah.
So, but
So
before
I
Jolene
wanna-
heads out, I wanted to give a lasting impression for those in the chat. If you're in the chat right now, you know where the link is at. It's pinned. When I say literally donating $2 or more, I literally mean that. And with that, share it to anyone. It doesn't even have to be online, but just share it to anyone at all. You never know who knows somebody who's struggling with this. I finally got my first paycheck the other day, so today I'm going to be donating $100 today, and that is just to let you guys know.
Wow.
And I want everybody else in the chat to take heed to when we do reactions and stuff like that. If you're a $10 donor, I want you to treat it as that. If you're a $20 donor, I want you to treat it as that. I want you to treat it as support, because at the end of the day, you guys, a lot of you guys are donating for reactions, but you're really donating towards me, and I know it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. So I want you to treat this the same. I want you to treat this the same. If you can, I want you to do the same with it. And I might have made $100 on my last live just now, right? But we got to give back. You know what I'm saying? When we can, anyways. And sometimes we have to move with action, and maybe some would follow, or maybe some would just feel motivated to do the same. So the link is in the chat. You know what you need to do. So I need more evidence that something is uh skeptical than I do for the contrary. So the evidence tells me I trust Lisa, love Becca for being up here, Jolene. I trust that you guys are operating in good faith, and that's
Well,
all
for
I need.
everybody who's on the fence, we have been we're meeting throughout with the Global Lyme Alliance. They made
Oh, yeah.
this custom fundraiser page for us. It's attached to their
Beautiful.
website. No money goes through us. The money goes
Oh.
directly to the Global Lyme Alliance.
Yeah, we don't touch 1 cent
We
of
don't
that.
touch your money at all. So yeah, I wanted to.
Sometimes,
emphasize
you know, I hate to, like, when the elephant's in the room, sometimes we have to address it, because that is a thing people think about. I know it because I talk
Oh,
to people all
yeah.
the time.
It's
More
very
times out of
important
10.
for us to be very
Right.
transparent about these things.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
of
Very
course,
mindful
every
of that, yeah.
time.
I said that just
Yeah.
so you guys can have the opportunity to, address it in your own way. Now, I don't want to be the one.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, that is something we've always talked about with Jolene. It's like really at the forefront of the establishment of each campaign is to be the most transparent we can, that like 100% transparent about where the money's going, what the money's going to be used for, who is going to get the money, and that is super important. It's really important for us that we don't handle any cent of that. So there's no wrong idea of why we're doing this.
Right.
We're just the vessel, to give you the information and bring you to the right place where your money's going to be used for, good in good faith once
Yeah.
more.
Right.
And
And
Lisa and I we are doing this
yeah.
as volunteers. We are not earning any money from this at all.
Oh, yeah.
We're just so
We're just slaves to our own idea, Jolene.
And I want to say thank you to both y'all real quick. I think I've said this in DMs and stuff, but the fact that you chose to partner with the Global Lyme Alliance is a huge. I mean, there are a lot of great Lyme disease charities and organizations out there, but they specifically, I have followed them for over a decade at this point, and I mentioned that autism is a big piece for me in life. I cannot lie. If I were to think of a lie in my head, I would have to confess that I thought of a lie instead of saying the lie, and that I
Right.
can't. So when I tell you that they are a legitimate organization that has helped more people than I can count that I've seen over the past decade, it's amazing. So rock on.
They are really great. Yeah,
Thank you.
they
Thank
are.
you for saying
They're
that.
the number one in the US for Lyme disease anyway, and
yeah.
and they are really, as Jolene has already said, we've met with them multiple times, and it's not only that the work they do is great, it's that they are really great people. They're really
lovely.
super nice. They're super nice, very kind at
They're
heart,
personally
and
invested too.
oh yeah, personally super invested, and just very genuine, kind people. And it's something that we felt welcomed with warmth with our project, and we had this feeling that we were doing this, not only for them but with them, which was a very nice feeling to have.
They've
And
been very responsive throughout, very easy to work with.
oh,
We wanted
yeah.
adjustments made, no problem, have it done. Yeah, absolutely amazing people.
Yeah, and we love doing this for them because we know, they've shown it. They've been at it since 2014, so it's been 11 years now, and they've proven that they are very good at what they do, and that they know exactly how they can help with that money. And that's why we chose them this time. And we know, also with people like you, Becca, and what you have experienced with them, or people have experienced, you can attest to the fact
Oh yeah,
that this money is going to good use and to people who really need it.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And so, yeah, even if you donate, I mean, as we said before, if you donate $1, because that's what you can do right now, or if you donate 100, it's actually the same thing.
Oh
You're
yeah.
donating what you can, and you're helping the same cause. and $1 is helping, and $100 are helping. It's
Mhm.
whatever you can do is really. It's not a question about feeling less involved because you can't donate or because you're donating less.
Yeah,
Sharing the
exactly.
cause, raising awareness, and donating what you can is really
Mhm.
the most important. And that can be
Absolutely.
just $1. And if we all donated just $1, we could change the world.
Absolutely.
So,
I got a
Absolutely.
mic in my
Absolutely.
hand
Well
right now. I
said.
drop it.
Mic drop. And thank you to everybody in the chat who's donated. We've had a few people in the chat donating tonight.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
yeah,
And
thank you
Yes.
so
thank
much.
you, Manny, for setting up this live. Thank you, Becca. I love meeting you both on here,
Gotcha.
and great,
Likewise.
Lisa, to see you on here as well. I'm sorry, I have to check out right now, but
Go get you some sleep.
yes, I will definitely. Thank
She
you,
is about to
everybody in
hit the
chat.
camera
And
like
Yeah.
good night.
Good night.
That would be so great. I would love that.
Go get you some rest, friend.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye bye. Much love.
Have a good night.
I, I, oh,
Ladies,
God,
ladies.
she's great. I love her.
I would assume you're struggling too then, Lisa.
Well, a little bit because I've had a long day and also because I have a ton of stuff to do tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm really thinking about, I would say probably in the next 10 minutes I'll have to go.
So let me propose something.
Okay.
Today's the last day, right?
Today is the last day. Yeah.
Okay. But I do want to I think I invited her already on text, but again, and Lisa, if you want to be there, I would if you can. I know you're it gets late with the timing and stuff like that.
That's okay.
It's just faces to names has been so important recently, and I feel like even if we're not, raising money because it's on Sundays, I would still appreciate if you can pull up, right? Um, just because I feel like you've garnered enough wisdom when dealing with these things, and not just dealing and listening, but actually being a movement in these movements, like being spearheading situations with so much compassion. Listen, some people are in the chat are just looking at Lisa sometimes and just like, what is it? What's up with her? Like, why is she so passionate about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is she some people want to know, and I really want you to come forth and speak about your position and why you are so compassionate, because more
Mhm.
outside of those like Becca who could impact those like her, there's people who need to get boots on the ground like Lisa and need to be impacted by those like Lisa. So, which is why I feel like both of you are equally as important to be on Faces to Names, because I'm telling you right now, in our chat, Lyme is a thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of them
Mm.
don't a lot of them do not listen to Ren. They're from Tom McDonald fans. They're from Harvard. Like, this is just things we're learning as we're doing Faces. I'm
Mm.
doing Faces to Names to get to know them, and come to find out, these are the things they're dealing with, and it's so
Mm.
relevant to what we're doing right
What
now.
time do you do that on Sundays?
I usually do. Is your times? Are you in the U.S.?
I'm Eastern, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm an hour behind you. I, I'm terrible with time, but when it comes to face to names,
Are you really? Even
listen.
Becca didn't notice. She's been here for the first time. She had no idea. She was like,
No.
"Where's the link? Did I miss the link? Oh no,
No,
Matt's just
Becca.
still on his live."
That was my first message to Lisa before the meds thing. I'm like, Lisa, did I miss the link? I'm worried I got it. Then I checked your channel, like, oh no, he's still going.
And I was
Becca.
just responding to Becca, serving my second glass of wine. I was like, no, please, actually, he's just, he's going to be there sometime. He's just going to be there.
I can't. Becca, you would think this is my sibling. The way she treats me, it's not. It's very cruel. First of all,
I'm here for it.
No, we don't. Excuse me. That's not what we're doing here. No.
It's in love.
What's
happening? The love.
So what is happening Sunday is I have an interview with an artist, right? He's actually popular from the UK originally, but he's stationed in he's collabed with the Skinner brothers, and I believe Ren as well. I'm not sure, but his name is Love Ghost. I don't know if you've heard of him, Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's
I think I've heard the name, but I couldn't put the face to the name actually. Haha.
Yeah. Right. So
You see what I did there?
yeah.
I heard what you did there.
You're so clever. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Throw roses at her feet, please, somebody. So I'm doing an interview with him on Sunday at 3 p.m. and then I was doing faces to names afterwards. So being that it's 6 right now, it wouldn't be at 6. That interview is going to be like an hour, right? We because he has something to do and that's the best time I can start, and he has to end it at a certain time. So me and him are gonna be talking for like 45 to an hour minutes long.
So
And right after
At
that,
what time?
I just want to
At
jump.
what time?
So 3 p.m. Central, which is 4
So that's
p.m.
4
for
me.
Eastern time, and then 7
And
hours
that's
after that,
9
it's about.
p.m. for me.
I think
No,
as
I
of
have
Sunday,
said-
it might be
Oh,
10.
how many
Yeah.
hours? How many hours is you, Lisa?
We do the time change on Sunday, Lisa, so it might be
Yeah.
back to 6 hours. We'll touch
So
base
because
again.
right
Oh, I
now,
didn't even- I forgot about that.
I have 6 hours with you, Manny, but next week I have 7.
Starting Sunday.
Yeah, because
I
that's when we
think
do,
so,
that's when we
yeah.
do our change. They change a week
Yeah.
before we do.
We
So
changed
Okay.
we changed on Sunday, so that's why we have this weird 1 week where we have 1 hour less difference, and then we get back to the norm. Because I always have 6 hours with New York, so that's Eastern time, right?
And you always have 7 hours with me. That was my experience.
And I always have 7 with you. So now I have
Except
6
this
with
1
you,
week.
but just until Sunday. It's just this 1 week. But then that
Okay.
would mean if you do it at 3, that would mean around 4 or 4:30, you would be open to do your Faces to Names live, right?
Yeah. So
If you go with him for about an hour or so,
yeah, the
that would
interviews
be
from
like
3 to
4.
4. From 3 to
Yeah,
4.
so
That'd be,
that would be that. Well, that would mean it's like 11 p.m. for me.
which
What
is that I don't want to. You know what I mean? That's why I brought it
If
up.
I'll see if it's possible. What we can do is that if I jump on,
Yeah, you can
then
just jump on for a moment. Yeah.
I could just jump on for like a half hour and talk, and you can ask me whatever question you want in that half
Yeah.
hour, so we can have a chat. And
Yeah.
then I could do that. Yeah,
I
that
kind
would
of
be
want you
okay.
to. I kind of want you to for as long as you can, obviously. But yeah, my point is because I bring different. I cycle people, different people. Everybody
Yeah,
comes up for
yeah,
like yeah. So but I would just want you to co-host it with me, and as far as long as you
yeah,
can, while we're
yeah.
like
That would be great. Yeah, that would be
yeah.
great.
And I'll
And
plan on
Yeah.
being there.
yeah, I
Unless there's
would
something totally unexpected that comes up,
right.
I'll be there.
Well, we'll be talking
Oh,
in
that would
in
be
the
really
Instagram
nice to be the
DMs.
3 of us together again so we can
Yes.
talk about
Mhm.
this. Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
cool. So you can have kind of both perspectives, as you said, being Becca's and mine's, which is a
Yeah.
bit on both sides of the same spectrum somehow.
I,
Yeah.
I would really love that. But
Yeah, that would be
we'll
cool.
be in the DMs. I'll talk to you, Becca. No worries. And same with Lisa. Yeah, appreciate you
Of
guys
course.
Yeah, back at you, brother.
asking me to be a part of it. I'm always honored to be a part of it. It's a different time, right? The energy is different in the world right now, especially in the country. But one thing that hasn't changed is our intentions and our true love for helping each other. That's not going to
Yep.
change. So
Exactly.
yeah. So as long as that doesn't change, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We're good. The numbers are going to be different. Every spin, the numbers are going to be different.
Oh, it's what I told Jolene too, because we went through some difficult days where it was like the moment we realized, because we're crunching numbers every day, right? So we can see the average donation and blah blah blah. And so we realized pretty fast that it was going to be really different this time around.
Yeah.
And then we went through a little bit of grief. And then we were like, every day we were telling each other, as Jolene has said before, it's this much more than the $0 we had last month, right?
Yeah.
So that's just the best feeling, is to be able to donate something. May it be 20, 3,500, 15,000, 20,000, whatever. It's just donating something. And what kind of also helped us in a way to get over this situation is that the Global Lyme Alliance just had their annual gala at the beginning of October. They
Mhm.
had also the runway fashion show where Ren walked in New York on
Yeah.
the fashion show. And they did all of that. And so the Global Lyme Alliance did raise a ton of money for their gala and the fashion show, which was absolutely amazing, and we were so happy it went well for them. And so we felt kind of relieved. We were like, okay, this is okay. It's not a drama that we can't bring to the table what we wanted to do at the beginning. And it's also just taking in the fact that this is the situation. We can't do anything more
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
It's just we've been doing probably some, kind of our best with Jolene. People who've been participating have been doing their best too. And this is just a different, it's a different one. Things are different. And probably by next March, things are going to be different again.
Right.
And you just have to go with the flow.
Is that when you
And
guys
so
are
we're
planning on doing it again next March?
Well, usually, yeah, what we want to do is March and October every year because then we feel like we're not overwhelming people by doing something every 2 months,
Yeah.
because that is not the idea. And then it's easy to remember because March is Ren's birthday and October is the Sick Boy album. So it's kind of those two dates in Ren's universe, in the Reniverse,
Right.
are important moments. So because we came through that, kind of with that idea from Ren,
Mhm.
that's why we kept those dates. And then it's kind of separate enough in the year that people know it's going to come up.
Right.
And if maybe for those who couldn't donate in March, they can then donate in October and the other way around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. So it's going to be probably next March again. And the only thing that changes or that can change is the beneficiary, depending on who we want to donate to, because we do quite a lot of research with Jolene.
Hmm.
And so, depending on what we choose, maybe in March, it's not going to be the GLA, and it's going to be, another organization that we feel comfortable donating money to,
Okay.
and that needs help. So
So
that's
this
the only thing
organization
that's
is
going to
different from
change.
the last one.
Yes, because the first one in March was the Pasteur Institute in France, which is a medical research institute that is an independent institute. And that also works over in 50 different countries. They have like labs and different parts of the organization throughout the world,
Hmm.
and they do medical research in many different fields for many different illnesses.
Mm.
And so it's not only specifically Lyme disease. They do have a great Lyme disease lab, so research specifically for Lyme, but then they also do cancer research. They do, tons of different research. And so the money that was donated to the Pasteur
Went to the
Institute
whole lab. Right.
went to what they need right now, and they are doing very important work for many different illnesses that don't have a cure yet.
And
And
this
and
organization
this one
is
is
uh-huh.
specifically for Lyme, the Global Lyme Alliance. This one is specifically
Amazing.
for Lyme.
Okay.
So yeah, it really depends, but the most important for us is to know that the money's going to good use.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
most important thing, is that people know
Ultimately, yep. Hmm.
that people are sure that what they're donating is going to help. That's what we want, because we don't want people to think that what they're donating is going to help buy, stacks of printer paper,
Yeah.
because that's the only thing, is that there are so many costs that come with NGOs and different organizations that
Hmm.
they have to cover, like administrative costs, that oftentimes when you donate, at least half of what you donate just goes to the administrative costs of the organization.
Right.
And we want people to donate where 100% of the money goes to the research or to helping directly someone. And the GLA, they do that. They do help people that are ill today.
Mm.
So it goes to medical research for Lyme disease, but then it also goes to a ton of different things, and also directly to people who are ill today who need help.
Mm.
So
And,
that's really cool.
and that's enough. And that's what I meant by the evidence of cons versus pros. Like, you know, I just need enough evidence to tell me that like it's kind of like what Tone Dev said earlier. If you got it to donate, you're donating with your good intention. That's all that matters. You're
Hmm.
donate you're donating with the intention to help somebody, and the source of that is Lisa Jolene. Okay, two women of good character. I'm good. I don't need any. I really don't need any much more information after that. You know what I mean? And that's me specifically. I know not everybody's like that. You know, some people get little scrutinized, and they need to peel every layer back. But yeah, to me, it's about operating in good faith and trusting
Well,
the
of
source.
course,
Trusting the source.
yeah, that is super. I mean, in some sense, I would say it's super kind of you and super generous to be like, Lisa and Jolene are great. I know them as people. I trust them. Therefore, I trust what they do. But our goal with Jolene is that if someone comes in and wants to peel all of those layers off,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to find nothing.
Right.
It's going to be exactly what we say.
Gotcha.
And that's really the whole point of the transparency thing, is that people can come and scrutinize all they want. We're just super transparent about it.
That's too much work for me. I got my work cut out already. I peel people back. I peel layers of people. I'm not great with investigating. I either get a hunch for somebody or I get a bad vibe from somebody. You know what I mean? And that's all. And
Oh yeah.
I solely operate on that. You know what I mean? But
Oh, I'm so for investigating. I'm so sure in a different life I was probably some
private
like
eye.
or an FBI investigator or something. And for sure, for sure. I'm so into like true crime, and
Mhm.
I wanted to do criminology in university, and this was like really my thing. And I love, and I think it has to do with my love for puzzles. It's like a very weird mix between my love for humans and my love for
Mm.
puzzles,
I can
which
understand
is
that.
like
No, no,
I
no, no,
want to
Mac.
pick the human brain
Yeah, right.
apart, why did you do that, how do you function, kind of thing.
You have a
So yeah.
you have a hunger for solving things,
Oh, of course, yeah, I'm like,
bringing things into a complete conclusion, like making sense
oh
of
yeah.
all the pieces. That's not right.
Exactly. Like one of the I'm gonna get real personal right now. One
Okay,
of the one of the first things I
it won't be the
do.
first time.
Oh no. Yeah, we've been talking about panties already on this show. But
My brother-in-law was already in the text
yeah, I remember that. That
message.
was funny. That was funny. No, like one of the first things I do in the morning, I wake up, I get the water boiling for my coffee.
Hmm.
And all the time I'm making my coffee and drinking my coffee, I'm every day I do all of the New York Times games. So I do the Wordle, I do the spelling bee, I do the crossword, I do
Wow,
like
wow.
there is a new game which I love. It's called Pips. You can find it on the internet actually. If you like puzzles, go and check that one out. It's super simple, but it's really tricky. It's called Pips. You can write in Pips
Okay.
game, PIPS game, and you get it. There's a website that is not the New York Times, but they have it on there. It's like you have squares
Okay.
set into a certain position, and you have dominoes,
Okay.
and you have to put the dominoes into the right position at the right place
Right.
to complete the puzzle.
Yeah.
And like certain numbers can only go into certain squares
Ah.
and that
Okay.
type of thing, right? And so that's the kind of shit I love. Which so every morning I'm just there drinking my coffee and doing my games, and I feel like a grandma sometimes. I have this tendency to be like a grandma. Like I'm with my cats drinking, my coffee and my cup of coffee, and my crossword puzzle. It feels
Very
very
grandma-ish.
grandma-esque.
Very
Yeah.
grandma-ish. Very
But
grandma-ish.
I love that. And I think that type of stuff keeps your brain super active.
Oh yeah.
It keeps you kind of,
It's
keeps you
it's kind
thinking.
it kind
So,
of kind of reminds me of my buddy who like never knew how to play chess when he was younger, but he just taught himself watching YouTube videos, and he just plays by himself. He just plays. He anticipates playing a great play. So he'll make a great move for the opposing player.
Oh yeah.
But he has to win though, with every intention of making the opposing player make the best move possible.
Oh, that's amazing.
And guess what? He loses every time, but he wins.
Oh yeah.
But
I
yeah,
see what Sick for Renegades said. I feel like Lisa would be a good private investigator.
yeah,
I'd call her if I need to find someone or hide someone. Yeah, I've been making jokes about that so much that I should
Careful.
really stop because people start to, because I have a huge backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have I
What's
have a
back
piece of
there?
land. Well, I'm not saying this publicly, but there's no, I have a piece of land behind my house,
Okay.
and every time I joke about this, but I've been joking about it too much because I always say, like, oh, kids, if you annoy me too much today, there's a pretty big piece of land in the backyard, no one will find you there. Or, if anyone annoys me,
You should probably stop doing that.
I should stop because someday I thought, just imagine if something happens, like imagine like the worst, like someone in the middle of the night commits a crime
Right.
and decides
And the
this
blame is on
piece of
you.
land is the best,
Land for me to hide
that's
this
the best
body.
land to hide the body. And then I've been saying that for years and years, and people will be like, well, we knew
Well, you
something
know
was up
what?
with
I
that.
did hear her once say on the live on October 31st of
Yeah.
2025. And now you're implementing me in your crimes. Now I'm cooked. Oh, gosh.
I'm pulling the video. No. But in all honesty, Sigma Renegade told me everything happens. And you know what
It
is,
wasn't me.
it's not, what the worst thing is that I was a funeral director back in the day, so I know exactly what to do.
She doesn't know how to stop. She really doesn't know how to stop.
It's true.
Actually,
It's
guys,
true.
there's only so much you can joke around about something like this before. It's true. It's true.
No, but I swear I actually was. And so yeah, it's a kind of a very special mix. I have special set of skills, I would say.
Yeah, she's still going, guys. I can't stop her. I mean, this is her business. She wants to go down. She's going down.
Oh my God. But yeah.
But yeah,
I
Sunday. Hopefully you
will
can.
have to leave you and come back Sunday. I think it's a great idea. I would love to be there, and
I would
I'm
love
so
if you were
happy
there.
you met Becca because she's a great person,
Right.
and I'm happy you got together because I'm sure you have a lot to talk about, and she's really
Yes.
nice, and it was so nice to have her here with you.
Oh yes, it was. I was so. Thank you for bringing them both on because uh, Jolene's another one who she was a pleasure to speak to. And yes,
Oh,
and like you said, she's got the words and she's got the glow. She's got the wisdom. You can see it. You know what I mean? And
oh yeah.
she couldn't hold her head up for too much longer. But we'll deal with it. Maybe
She was going down.
get her a brace or something, neck brace or something. I don't know. But yeah. So Sunday, I think we're definitely gonna have Becca on. So like I said, if you can pull up for 30 minutes or something like that, that'd be fine. That'd be great.
Yeah, sure. No, just send me a message. If I'm gonna tell you, and really, I'm gonna hold you to your word when you say you're gonna be in this interview or what for 45 minutes to an hour. If you pull that crap on me, being an hour and a half late, and it's like 1 o'clock here, and I'm about to go to sleep and I'm in my PJs and you send me a message like, here's the StreamYard link, I'm going to kill you. You're going to finish in my backyard. So please, I'm going to pay for the travel.
Again,
I'm going to come and get
again.
you.
Wait, hold
So
on.
please. But I will be there. I will be there on Sunday. It'll be fun. I'll be happy to be there.
Guys, you seeing this, right? Is anyone else screen recording this? I'm not screen recording this live. I need to screen record it. we need all the evidence we can gather.
Yeah.
No one can help you now. You literally made my own followers turn on me. You don't even know her, Carrie. How dare you? She's very charming. She knows how to steal the heart. She gets all my followers against me within a nick of seconds. It's my favorite. It's the chat's favorite thing to do, to just turn on me when I have a guest. It's their favorite thing to do. They know I just been through so much, I can just handle it. They know it, you know. Hey, look at Sick Boy, ready to snitch and tell the wife.
I'm trying to get him there on time.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
But yeah,
very
no,
nice. Thank you.
I would absolutely love you if you came on. It's
Yeah,
scheduled.
I
You
would
need
love
to go
that.
down.
Yeah.
I'm about to go live again and do some more lives. I'm
Well,
on my
yeah, do
third
that.
live today.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, that is quite a lot. Yeah, you should probably
hey,
get a little bit of rest too.
yeah, you should check out my song. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I saw it go by right just before, I think before when we came on, and I'm gonna listen to it.
Take a listen, watch the video. Also, I just put out an interview with Adam Calhoun. It's a really good interview, honestly.
I I will do.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, thank you
But
for
thank you
coming
so
by.
much for having me. I was so happy to be here again because
Appreciate you.
it's been way too long since we've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
on a
It's
live together.
when was the last time? Do you
The
remember?
last time was probably April or May, I think.
Okay.
So it's been super long, and yeah, I've thought a lot about you and your family, wishing you well.
Thank you.
And I'm really, really happy that we could do this today. And thank you
No,
so much for
we
jumping in for the wave.
yeah, absolutely. And you know, we have the chat always says this, but we have natural group chemistry. We really do. Everybody's
Yeah.
you guys don't know what happens before we go live. You know, there's a lot of bullying going on, but you know, I pull through, and I go live. You know, the 5 minutes she was talking
It's
about
me
before the live,
bullying
the,
you.
the
Who
5 minutes
says it's
she's
me
talking about,
bullying?
the 5 minutes before live that she was talking about earlier, it was her, yeah, dragging me around. She was getting tired of just dragging me around by the collar. That's what she was talking about, figuratively, of course. But
It is actually. It is.
that's why I come
No,
on here and I'm
but
exhausted already.
it's because of me.
Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for
Oh,
donating. Everybody who donated today, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and communicating, and yeah, we enjoy that, and we love you
oh, and
guys.
please, please, if for all of those still in the chat, if you can take the link, copy it and share it around, share it on your socials, because you never know anyone in your circle who is going to feel touched by this cause and who will help us and who will donate. So please copy the link and share it. And if you can donate, that would be great, and we would be super, super grateful, and the GLA would be super happy with that too. And
Absolutely.
it'll go to help people who really need it. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you on Sunday then.
Ta. Thank you for coming by, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye
night, guys.
bye. Mwah.
What's up, you guys? Yes, I'm gonna eat dinner real quick, and then what are you guys thinking? Should we go live? I don't have the energy to do the Bobby, what up, Bobby? Bobby, you know, Bobby, I love you. Bobby, I meant to tell you, I've really appreciated seeing you in the chat lately. You've been more active than usual. And I know when you first started with us, you were very active. And then I everybody, is in and out every once in a while. I'm in and out, But as of lately, man, I appreciate you pulling up in the chat as often as you do, man. I really do. I really love seeing your name in the chat. I love your strong opinions. I love how respectful. I love how firm you are with your position, and I love how respectful you are. That's more people need to be like that. Actually, there'll be a lot more problem solving if people are firm in their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we're a little too lenient. Sometimes we're a little too wishy-washy. Sometimes you got to be firm in your belief and let people accept the fact that you're firm, and then hopefully, for their own sake, they'll respect it. If they can't respect it, you don't need to move your position on it. It's not you. it's not you. Because if you're being respectful and you're being firm, 9 times out of 10, you're doing the right thing. But I always notice that in Bobby's I don't always respond to everybody because I'm trying to entertain everybody. But when I see the comment section, I always see Bobby saying something, firmly, right? But also never rude. He's never rude. So that's what I appreciate it. And some people may take it as rude. Some people may not be able to handle it. Sister Crow is not that type because she is not thin skinned. She's very thick skinned. And when I spoke to her after we hung up on the live, me and Crow continued talking, and she said she loved it. She loved it. She really appreciated the fact that, someone, not that they put in her place, but she liked the fact that someone else was also firm. You know what I mean? Because she's firm too. And yeah, so firm, real recognize real, firm respects firm. That's all. Yeah, I've been going through a lot, and I appreciate you saying that, brother. Yeah, I have strong opinions, but also was raised right. Absolutely, and I appreciate you being a part of this community, man. I just love when we can just feel. Shout out to Crow. What? What? Just talking about Sister Crow. Crow, I was just telling him how much you respected Bobby for chin checking you the other night. Bobby's like, hold on, let me talk to you real quick. Crow's like, oh, okay, you got something to say. Go ahead. I like that. Crow boxes, y'all, and she trains grown men on how to box. So trust me, she could take a few chin checks. She ain't scared of that. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on what Bobby said, man. He said I have Lyme and I get no help, and it's great to see what you're doing. This is what we're talking about. You know what I mean? We're talking about not people being seen, because some people don't need to be seen. So some people are pretty strong. Some people deal with their things without any medication or anything like that, right? Because the medication might drive them to either drink or mix, or not taking consistently, so that can cause issues, or the medication itself causes some side effects that they don't appreciate or like, and they'd rather just fight through the pain sometimes. Those are special individuals. Those are very strong-willed individuals. So Bobby's one of those people. But what I want to say is just that he's still gonna come here and say, hey, listen, I got this issue, and I appreciate you guys talking about it, man. And that's enough right there. Hey, man, I appreciate you talking about something that a lot of people aren't talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, talking to Becca and Lisa and Jolene, having them bring these things to light, and educate. Because I'm not educated on this level. So that's why I asked Becca to pull up on Faces to Names, so she can help out and give her input so people could really feel understood. I'm just learning. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and the same goes for Lisa. She's not firsthand in this, but she's first foot. You know what I'm saying? She's got a foot in the door, and she ain't. You know what I mean? She's boots on the ground type of gal. She's doing her thing, and I appreciate her as well. So yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Tida can take a chin check, but it's got to come with a convo. Me and Bobby got to book that in. Yeah. You got to go live, girl. You got to go live. Crow just be on my channel going live with people. Like she be like, what goat doing? Let me go pull up on his channel and bring up some topics that I wanted to go live about. I'll just do it on his channel though. Love you, sis. I'm gonna go show your video some love and watch the 8-count interview. I'll catch the next live when I'm done. Appreciate it. We'll be live in a little bit. We'll be live in about, it's 6:50 where I'm at. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think because I don't have the energy to go live to do NF. I do not want to disrespect NF. Max Streets. I gotta go live for Max Streets, but I'm not gonna do it feeling this tired because you guys know I've been live already today twice. So I might just kick back, man. It's the weekend. I might just chill with the fam, honestly. Hope you guys will accept that. And appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow. We'll take over tomorrow and do our thing. We'll do donos and we'll do NF tomorrow. We got to get back into NF, of course. So yeah, donos and NF tomorrow. And what else tomorrow? That'll be it for tomorrow. I got to do Patreon reactions. I got some Eminem reactions to do. And then Sunday we have the interview. I don't know if y'all heard me earlier. I got an interview with Love Ghost. He hit me up on Instagram, which is showing his appreciation for how we break down music. He didn't even see me react to his song. He was just talking about my reactions to Skinner Brothers and Ren, and he was like, "Man, I really dig the way you break down music." And he was like, "I like your honest reactions." He was like, I got a song that hopefully you can react to." And I was like, "I'll do it, brother." And then what else was it? He said, "Yeah." So then I was like, "Yeah, we should just do an interview, brother." So it'll be pre. What do y'all think we should do? Should it be live or should it be pre-recorded on Sunday? I was thinking about just pre-recording it, and I want to do my interviews like how I did Adams, kind of moving forward. But I do love the interaction of the people. Like that. The time one is definitely going to be pre-recorded. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you so much for everything. Everyone that donated to the cause. Love y'all. Lisa and Live, thank you. You have a good night, girl. Have a good night. Well, if you don't go live again tonight, good night, everyone. Love y'all crazy. Yeah, I'm down, Crow. I respect you a lot. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for communicating and showing each other respect. It's my favorite thing. Manny messaged Gina and check on her. It's her son's B-day and she's having a hard time. Thank you, Sick Boy. Appreciate that. I'm going to hit her up right now. I'm going to see if I can get on a call with her and chat it up with her for at least a few minutes or whatever. Thanks for the update, Danny. I'm not sure if you updated me earlier. I was kind of caught up in the conversation, but yes, I will definitely do that. I'm gonna hit her up right now. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna take the night off. I'm kind of tired. I don't have the energy for NF or Max Streets, and I kind of want to give both of those artists, the proper respect. So, you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for everybody who donated tonight. Everybody who showed love. Lisa, I'm going to be donating right now. I got the link, so you'll see my donation in just a moment. And have a good night, guys. Peace. Crow, Sister Crow, have a good night.